Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I was like, wait a minute, let me share myself out. I was trying to do it real quick.
Yeah, I was scrambling too because it took forever for Facebook to even see we were live. I kept waiting and thinking,
Oh,
Lord have
it's
mercy, it
been
was longer
bad.
today than usual. I hope that's not the length of the delay because Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Because I was like, where am I? I went in the middle. There we go.
I'm gonna have to keep shifting from time to time, like what chase the
Yeah.
chase the camera instead of the camera chasing me. That's funny.
Right? We need like one of them cameras that go like, follows you.
I got that. I got that little thing, and the problem is it's like so wait a minute, I'm not supposed to follow you. So I wind up, oh, yeah.
Oh, you're chasing it instead of it
I have to
chasing you.
chase it because it droops or it does. I'm like, okay. Michael bought one and he bought. It's funny because he bought one and then he ordered from Timu, and it came through and then something happened and they sent him a second one. And he's like, and told him and they said,
Here's
well,
your
just
free one.
it's a so he's like, Dad, you want it? I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. But he had more success with his than mine. I'll put it that way.
Oh,
Maybe it's the user interface, in other words.
I don't, I don't know. I know the one when they first came out because they're pricey and it was like the good ones. And
Hmm.
now I think everybody's now has made the cheaper version of them.
Yeah.
And because the first one was like 130 or so
Hmm.
or something like that. Because
Yeah.
I was looking, honey, because I was like, oh, I can do my fitness videos.
Yeah.
But then I
Yeah.
was like, damn, I need to get a good mic to wear because I don't want y'all to hear me. that child.
Mm. Definitely some audio edits there, right?
You're right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Hey, K Weezy.
there's like a gimbal spring, I guess, in there, and it kind of it determines how where up is and where down is and so forth. And for me, it's
Mm-hmm.
just it never. I kept trying to adjust it and whatever, and I had to reset it, and I'm like, I'm done. It's too much work. When I put that much
Yeah,
work into a piece of equipment, it's too much for me these days.
I get you. I totally understand. Now, on the TikTok shop, because when they be going live, they be doing the walk, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, those look nice. But they like the deal that you get for
Yeah,
like, they were like 80, and then
yeah,
because you was on live with them, they
right.
have you to put in the code. And the TikTok shop was a trap sometimes. You know how much I got as favorites? And I'm just debating. I'm like, if I get this, I know I'm gonna see something else, and then my list is gonna be even longer.
Hmm.
You know.
Well, yeah, I come think of it, it was the TikTok shop Michael got it from, not Timo.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
TikTok shop because he saw it on TikTok and he's like, and he ordered it, and
Yeah.
then it came, and then another one came, and
Oh.
then they're like, just keep it. It cost them less. It cost them more for us to send it back
Oh
than,
yeah.
than
Yeah.
to just keep it
And
for us.
9 times out of 10 is coming. Now, depending on now. Now the TikTok shop has the actual companies, the people representing the companies
Yeah.
that's on there. But other times you like, I seen this on Amazon, or I done seen this on Temu or something. It's all the same sites,
Yeah.
but Amazon you're gonna go a little bit higher because you're gonna pay more through Amazon
Hmm.
because that's that guaranteed thing with Amazon.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
And you also have that brick and mortar that you have to
Yeah.
pay the overhead for, which Amazon has, and the other ones don't because they're just
Right.
warehouses. So
Right.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, I know a lot of things I've gotten on the TikTok shop, like workout stuff,
Uh huh.
and it's been great. No complaints.
Yeah.
But the rest of the stuff, I'm like, that little cheese grinder thing. I want to get that thing so bad because I'm tired of doing this. Like. Like I done got to work out. I'm tired. How much cheese am I
Exactly.
gonna go with off this block? Then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this bag of shredded cheese, and y'all can kiss my behind if y'all say it's plastic. I don't care right now.
Yeah, I have. I definitely find some of those things very fascinating, and the marketing.
Yes.
Why I mean, these young people who are, it's amazing. they find the ways that to the angles on
Yes.
buy something that the marketing people just totally couldn't get, and I love it. So I watch them like, damn, that's a great angle right there. That's cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. See, that cheese grater see, that thing is the bomb. Have you seen it? It turns, it sucks to the counter, and you just you can put the cheese, you could do vegetables, whatever, and it has the easy attachments.
I've not
Yeah.
seen this. I've not seen this.
Go
It's on
to
TikTok.
the shop. Go to the TikTok shop, and it's gonna be on there. It's gonna be part of the favorites. Shoot, let's see. A lot of vitamin stuff is on there. It's a lot of everything. A lot
So
of
TikTok
everything.
shop, when it says TikTok shop, it's one big shop and everybody can put their product on the shop. Is that what it is, or in the shop?
Now you can put your own you can put your products up now.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing. You're opening yourself to a whole different world
Yeah.
when you put your products up there.
Yeah.
Now people with their books.
Yeah.
With their books.
I tried getting my book up there. I have for some reason I keep hitting stumbling blocks on getting it finished. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong is what it is. I've been trying.
But yeah, you can put now they're opening up, because I even got an option on mine saying, do I want to connect my shop to the to TikTok? And I'm like, not yet. It's coming, but not yet. Let me do some rebranding, because when you come to TikTok, you got to be all the way correct. It's like going into Macy's or going into, Neiman Marcus. It's that level up, I feel. Yeah. Because you have a lot of people, the influencers are now like, okay, I like your products, and then they will say whatever. But a lot of the stuff I went on for the TikTok shop was for the workout stuff and the kitchen stuff. Yeah. Then I'm like, oh, they got great workout clothes. They got great this. I can buy this in a bulk instead of buying something individual on Amazon. Yeah. Or not that many. Yeah. So give it a try. I mean, it's always something on there.
I don't know. Every time I turn around, I think I've got it finished, and then I get a notice. You need this, or you need this. I'm like, it just gets old, and it's like, okay.
I get it. I get it.
And then I gave up at one point because TikTok was going to go away. Remember, and I thought, well, why go with all this mess? So I don't know what's happening, but I should indeed. I should indeed.
Yeah. I would test it out with my body butter, because my body butter is a hit. I know, and my facial stuff is a hit too. So, but other than that, I mean, a lot of people go live to talk about what they got, and a lot of times they don't have the code up or anything. They're just going live to promote. It's just, I see them in the morning, and I'm like, dang. And then I see them in the evening, like, damn, y'all been on live for a long ass time.
They were live that entire time?
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't do that. Oh, no.
Yeah, and a lot of times, some people,
it's their job,
they rent those, now, what they call them, those offices out. Now, like, they got this big warehouse, and they got these rooms.
Right.
And some folks have taken the room and turned it into like a store, and they're promoting other people's stuff or whatever, but they on live for hours.
Wow. I don't have that dedication. I really don't.
No, I got to use the bathroom. I got to eat. Yeah. I got a life.
Yeah, I get itchy feet too. I'm like, I want to get out and do something. I can't.
Right. Like, listen, I give you a good 2 hours or maybe even 3 now. Okay, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But this is sometimes this is where they make this is how they make their money. This is a full-time job for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that too. I mean, it makes sense, but well, people watch us. They can see we start getting after the 2.5 hour line. It's like our energy's like
we are really high right now, but then after you're like, oh, all right,
exactly,
y'all. It's been real. It's been very real. If you didn't get one today, check out.
Exactly.
We promote for others.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rachel, yeah, they must be fasting because, child, I'm like, do y'all ever take breaks? But sometimes you see the tag team, you
Oh,
see two
yeah.
people,
Okay.
and then they promoting a lot of the stuff be, awesome. Like they don't have a website that you go to. The
Right.
only thing that they promote, I mean, where you can buy it is only on TikTok.
So do they then, if you use their link, then they how do they get credit for the sale? Do they pop up a link and then you tap their link or
Yeah,
something, or a
9 times
page,
out of
or
10, you're on their page thing
right,
anyway. For the people that go live, they
right,
already have a connection
right?
with that company that they're
Uh-huh.
promoting. So when you click, just like with Amazon with the affiliation
Oh yeah,
program,
yep, yep,
that link, when you click on that, they get credit for that
yeah.
purchase. That when you make that purchase, you get so many cents or so many dollars
Okay.
on that.
Hmm. Things to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So something different for the TikTok business world,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
It's a more interactive kind of experience than some of the other social media platforms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what TikTok is known for. Like they showed this lady, I think they talked about this on 60 Minutes.
Hmm.
For y'all old folks, for y'all new folks, 60 Minutes is on CBS on Sundays. Okay. For y'all older folks, this is what we watch sometimes when there's a topic and we want to watch it. And I wanted to watch where they this one lady in where did TikTok start? In China?
China.
Or yeah. So
China.
she
China.
goes China. She goes live and she has about maybe 4 people around her. She's standing in the middle of all these products,
Mhm.
right? Let me tell you how fast she'll go. In seconds. This and then there. This and then that. That's how fast she goes. And
Oh,
she
really?
makes millions. Because
How is
she's
that possible?
live and it goes up and people be buying. She don't stop.
Is that like the people who do that? Those crystals and stones? You ever seen that show where they have like these bins and they do a scoop and they put it in a bag and
Oh
people,
yeah. So that's live. So you buying how many scoops?
right? And is a TikTok shop as well, or what is that?
Yeah. Well, it's their thing.
Yeah,
It's their business. So that's them going live. You buy however many scoops you want, and that's what the scoop can be $15. One scoop is maybe $15, right?
yeah.
And they do a scoop, and they'll say, "Oh, this is
And
what
they'll
you
throw
got." They
in,
put
look,
it.
I throw in one, I throw this, and have a heart,
Yes,
have
this
a
is
heart.
for you. It's
Yes,
the same thing.
and I
Same
see it,
thing.
and I can pop and be gone and come back, and they're
Yep.
still doing it. And
They
it goes
still
on for
do it.
hours, and that's
Yes.
yeah, because it goes on for hours and hours. I'm like,
Yep.
who watches this? But when you
They
look at
do.
the watch count, it's enormous.
It's big numbers.
Yeah.
It's big numbers. Just think, TikTok is not just for one region. It's all over the world.
Hmm.
Everybody's watching this all at the same time
Yeah.
when you live.
Yeah.
So when you say that you're doing, what was it? Oh, you remember they do them little fuzz things like the soaps, and then you drop them and you got like a ring or a necklace or some piece of jewelry in it. They're live doing that, but they're representing the company. These are individual people like
What,
Mary Kay.
what is that
Like,
though? I've never heard of what you're talking about. What is that?
so you get this little like bath bomb,
Okay.
right? So they're sitting with a bowl of water and they drop it. Say that you say, "Hey, I want 2 of these boxes or whatever," and you're paying for the cost of that bath bomb.
Uh-huh.
And to instead of getting the bath bomb, they reveal it for you of saying, "Oh, this is what you got. You got this ring, da 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 this," or it could be money, or it can be whatever. It's amazing.
Oh, so it's not inside the bath bomb.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's
So
inside.
it fizzes out. Yeah, it fizzes out, and you
Uh-huh.
have like a ring or I'm telling you, these people are so stinking creative.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. It's like you don't know what you're going to get. It
You
will be
don't know
one
what
of
you're gonna
these
get. And
things, but you don't know
also they
which.
do that with candles. Like you burn the candle, it can be $5 in it
Mhm.
or $50 or whatever. Or some of these bath bombs may have cash in it. You don't know what you're getting.
I like that idea.
That's the gimmick.
I like that idea. I think that's cool. You're right. How clever is that, right?
How
To
clever.
take something that was right there that we've known for so long and say, let's do a twist.
Yeah. And
And it
it's
also it
also
adds
great.
that kind of gambling experience because you're like,
Yes.
you don't know what you're gonna, you get
Yep.
something, but
Yep.
you don't know what you're gonna
You
get.
don't know. And then with the accessories, right? Like say I'm selling these earrings
Hmm.
and um I'm promoting it saying they don't tarnish, they nickel free, they lead free, da 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 this. I have this many in stock, just keep press. And you hear ding ding ding, we have somebody just got an order. This was what Facebook was doing at the beginning when they was doing their lives. Now you come over to TikTok because you have a bigger and wider, you know, audience.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Man, my mind is now racing.
I know, I know. See, you could do that with your candles. Oh my gosh, this smells so awesome.
Yeah,
This is what this is about, and it shows. And then I will always say, doing it by yourself, it gets overwhelming
yeah,
because you got to see when someone placed the order. You
yeah.
got to see, oh, shout out to this person, and already you can write it down because if not, if it's coming in quick, you're like, wait, who got what again? You know.
Wow,
The same.
that is so cool. The candle one will be problem some because I think that you have to have something that can handle the heat from the wax as it burns down, right?
No, you don't have to. You can burn only a couple, okay? But the rest is you're selling the candle itself
Right, right.
to let them burn it. Like, all right, bam, we got this order. This smells amazing, and it can be a crystal in it.
But I'm saying that,
And
like the crystal I can see because the wax will go away around it, but like certain things you can't put in the wax because the wax gets so hot that it would melt whatever was in the wax.
crystals don't.
No, I'm saying crystals are safe, but like say maybe certain types of jewelry. I guess depends on whether it has a higher heat rate than the
Well,
wax.
you will have it protected in something.
Okay.
Okay, so when they do the bath bombs, it's like in a plastic wrapped around a foil or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's in something.
Okay. Yeah. I like this idea. I think this is cool.
Hmm.
I could play with that. I'm curious now.
Yeah, that's how I bought a bunch of all my crystals online from this lady when I was in Arizona. From this lady in California, she's a wholesaler with
Hmm.
crystals.
Hmm.
And before I even knew about Gem World,
Hmm.
and I was getting into crystal, she would do her live, and she would hold up the crystal.
Right.
You won't see her face. You'll see it on the camera or what she's holding up. And then she'll say, I have this size. This is how much this is. I
Yeah.
have this size. This is how much this is. And then you will say, hey, I want this selenite for that much. And she'll say, okay, bam, here's your basket, got your name on it. And then she will have like on Friday, you get your invoice if her
Hmm.
show is on Tuesday, because she will probably go live every day
Yeah.
and then if you don't pay, you get blocked or banned.
Right.
Yeah. I was doing it a while for all my jewelry for the crystal jar I was going live.
Ed watches the auctions on live for, I forget the name of the auction platform for plants and
Yeah.
for pots.
The
He does
same.
the same thing. Yep.
Yep. Same thing.
Yep.
It's just it gets overwhelming when you have just one person. When
Yeah.
you have two people doing it,
Yeah.
you got someone helping you put your basket together or
Yeah.
their basket together with their name because you already have their information. And she do everything through PayPal.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Because it's an easy invoice. Now with TikTok, you paying up front. Ain't
Right.
no invoicing, no nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You pay it up front.
Right. That's that platform that the plant people do too, because you win that auction, you already paid.
Yeah.
As soon as you do, because they have your credit card on file, and it's like ching, and so because you log into the platform has everything before you even bid. Once you bid, you're connected and you're hooked. So it's
so with TikTok, you either send the Venmo and it dings automatically.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how you get your. It's like, oh, okay, bam, there's an order. There's another order. That's another order.
Right.
And in the chat, you already telling what it is that you want already.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Ed hears. He'll be listening to it in the car and hear a ding, ding, ding. And the woman's talking, ding, and that one sold, and ding.
Yep.
And I'm like, holy crap, this person.
Because they give you a shout out. Thank you.
They do. AZ Cactus Doctor. I say, thank you, AZ Cactus Doctor. Or the AZ Cactus Doctor's in the house. It's like, and that kind of stuff. Yep.
When I be buying my crystals, I was buying my crystals online with the lady, and me and Kenny was in the car, and we had another friend in the car, so I'm sitting in the back seat and I'm watching a live because I thought I had my headphones on and I'm watching a live, and then it was like, oh, thank you, Shawna, for your purchase. I said, damn it, you should have said it out loud. And then Kenny said, what did you get? I was like,
mute.
I didn't. It's not that much. It's not that much. I promise you, it's not that much.
As soon as someone starts with "it's not that much," it's that much. It's like, oh Lord.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I said, but I got this discount, so I don't.
I love it.
It's like, don't worry. It was like 2 crystals. I needed these crystals. I needed this pendant.
Yeah, I had to have it. Hey everybody, welcome in. As you can see, Sean and I got off on a topic of understanding the diversity in which people are making money. And it's interesting because in this day and age, I am never blown away anymore or astounded by anything except for for people who can't seem to find somehow to make money. And what I mean by that, I'm not insulting anybody, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is it's amazing how so many people have found ways to make money. And it's like, the internet has made the world so much smaller. And like we were just talking about TikTok shops. And as you guys know, Sean and I have our shops and we have different things that we sell. Some things metaphysical related, some things not, some things on the peripheral of the metaphysical, because it's a holistic approach, especially with Shawna's stuff when it comes to the jewelry and with the other stuff, and the books, and things like that. So it's interesting as you watch it. And then I have a shop that I used to sell on eBay and on Etsy. I sold vintage stuff because I loved vintage stuff. And then at one point I kind of like, okay, the price of shipping got so high. I'm like, and then, and then of course I have my t-shirt business and I'm selling t-shirts and on topics that are not related to this. So I don't go into it here and I don't even talk about it here because that's not what this is about. And so it's interesting. I'm always preaching to my boys about, you can't tell me you can't get a job. You can't tell me you can't find something, because you may not find the job you want. You may not find the job that's perfect for you, but you can't tell me you can't find the job. And the good part is my youngest son, he has embraced technology so much. He does online trading and he has really risen to embrace all that technology can bring to him. And he has learned to make things happen, which is great. And so, we were talking, and when you look at these TikTok people, these people on TikTok making tons of money on TikTok shops out there hawking goods and promoting and doing what they need to connect to people, and you watch them, and I'm like, you go. I just think it's amazing, and I just learned from Shawna. I learned from her about like the bath bombs and some other things, and I'm like, this is crazy. And it's amazing how people find ways of taking something, adding a little more value to it, turning around and creating a whole new product by just thinking, hey, how can I increase value? This should be a starting point for everybody. If you want to make money, don't say, how have they done it? I'm going to do it their way. that to me is a recipe for disaster, because if somebody made money a certain way does not mean you will. And it does not mean if they even entered the market today, they would, because again, sometimes it's the right time, the right place, right? And so when I look at the situation and I look at what we're talking about, the reality is take a value proposition, okay, how maybe a product, maybe a service, maybe whatever, and say, how can I add more value to it, and therefore stamp it as my own, and then put it out there in the marketplace. Not every idea is a great one, but you know what? There's one way to find out, and that's putting it out there and seeing if you can get it sold, and getting out there and marketing it yourself and putting yourself out there.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are afraid of that. The good part is this thing right here, this technology allows you to do it from your home, and you can get into the world and yet still not have to get into the world if you're somebody who isn't comfortable about getting into the world, because you can bring the world to you and you can communicate through this vehicle here. So where I'm going with this is, the reality is that when you all come in and sometimes you ask questions about, oh, I can't do anything, and like I can't find
crap.
It's like this conversation should give you hope, should give you inspiration that you may in the past not have been able to, but that doesn't say nowadays. I mean, look at this. Steve Jobs built Apple on a product and Wozniak. Steve Wozniak was the engineer. Without the engineer, you would not have Apple. Steve Wozniak made that computer what it was. Steve Jobs marketed the hell out of Apple and learned how to find out to take it to a different level. But Wozniak was the engineer. They made that product. If you come to me and say, I don't have money to do it, I'm telling you, then get on here, get on technology, do something, because like my shop, I have an Etsy shop we talked about. You create the Etsy shop, and I sell T-shirts. I sell them that are printed on Printify. So they're print on demand. So Printify, you set up your products on Printify. You can do T-shirts, you can do coffee mugs, you can do hats, you can do all these things.
Do whatever.
Absolutely. And I think the one thing that I did have here let me see if I have it up here in a picture. I don't think I do. I wish I did, but I don't. Shucks. I have a coffee mug. And so it's not political at all, actually. It's a great coffee mug. And I sell it, but it's on my political side. And that coffee mug, I don't order them and have an inventory sitting here in my basement or sitting here in a warehouse someplace, taking up dirt, right? And costing this every month because of having to find someplace. The T-shirts, I don't have them. So what happens is Printify is a company that prints them on demand. So when my Etsy shop, when somebody orders my products on my Etsy shop, Etsy sends to Printify the order. Printify prints the order. Etsy sends them the address. Printify prints the order, mails it, sends Etsy back confirmation. First of all, saying, hey, we got your order. It's being printed. Then it says the order's printed. It can be packed. Then it sends it back to Etsy. And every time it sends it back to Etsy, Etsy sends it back to our customer. And so the customer gets email saying, hey, this is where we are with the product. And then eventually the product is shipped and it says, this is the tracking number. And so those two did it. And I've kept no inventory. And I've had to not have to track where everything is happening between these two, because they communicate. And ultimately, you, the consumer, are very happy because you get the product you want that I created. It was out of my mind that I created this image on this shirt. And I had the team to do this. And so I get a little bit. Printify gets a lot. Etsy gets a little. I get a little, and Printify gets this much, okay?
Yes.
But that's the cost of doing business. But the good part is Printify keeps the shirts in stock. Printify, and I mean the physical shirts before they print on it. They keep all that stuff. They have to do all that stuff. I don't do nothing. And so this is something, if you want to start a business, this is a great idea to do it. This is a starting point. I'm not saying this is the business. What I'm saying is get out there and look and say, what can I do? And if you tell me you don't have money, I'm going to throw this back in your face. It cost me 20 cents. I think it's 20 cents or now it's 35 cents. I don't remember. for 4 months for the
advertise.
listing on Etsy. That's my expense.
Mm-hmm.
If I sell nothing, then I will lose 20 or 35 cents, I forget what it is, for 4 months of listing. Now, if you sell a product, cha-ching, you're making money. And again, it costs you
Mm-hmm.
nothing to have the shop, nothing to have the Printify shop, and nothing to do except this, the marketing, which you can get out there and do that just by talking to people. And ultimately, you make some money. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
You make the product, and Miss Shawna will tell you this, you make the product once. You do the work, you put it in place, and you do all that. And so that's mailbox money. Now you move on to the next product. You move on to the next slogan. You move on
Yep.
to the next t-shirt. And as people come to look for the next slogan, the next product, the next t-shirt, they come onto your site and they find the older ones they like too. But those you've done months ago
Mm-hmm.
and you've moved on, but they're still making you money. Think smarter,
Yes.
work smarter, not harder. And if you cry to me,
That's
oh, I got a
it.
full-time job, I can't do this, wham, dial 1-800-WHAM, because I'm telling you, you're full of shit. I'm serious. If you can't sit there and make a slogan on a t-shirt or find something clever to put or create something or to find something and do that and takes you on 1 hour at most of your life, and you tell me you can't do it because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm telling you, folks, this is a new world, and your limitations are here. It's not here because right here, all these young people, they got this. They're looking at us and going, "You old fart. You're stupid." You know, my son,
We slow,
yeah.
apparently.
My youngest son, he's like, "Dad, I don't understand. I don't understand people." When and he fusses with his brother from time to time, but the same thing. He's like, "Dude, how can you not? How can you not? There's so many ways." And I even tell my son, I'm like,
There's
"Give me some more. Tell me
always.
more." I asked Miss Shawna. Miss Shawna is part of that younger generation, and she was telling me, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm learning. I listen." And this is one other thing too. Listen, ask
Yep.
people and listen and learn, because I'm telling you what, if you think you know it all, then
You don't.
you've ended it right there, because
You
it's like,
don't.
you don't. You
But
never
even
can.
if you don't know, right? There's information, there's groups that you can join for beginners. There's
Mhm.
Chat GPT. They have all this AI stuff that can help you break this stuff down and for you to put your own twist to it. You know what I mean? There's no excuse.
No.
None. And just like if you don't feel like doing it, say you don't feel like be
Yep.
honest with yourself. Like,
Yep.
okay, well, this is what I want to do, but I don't want to do it. Okay, there are systems in play that you can do,
Yep.
that all you have to do is plug something in and it does the rest for you, just like
Yeah.
Etsy, just like eBay, just like all Spotify.
Yep.
You upload and it does the work for you.
Yep.
Okay.
And KDP on Amazon. You can
Yeah.
write these days. You can go to ChatGPT or some of these other AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for them to help you write a book or whatever. And I don't know if they can, but I'm told they can. I don't know, but you can. Who knows? You can do that, and you can
Mm-hmm.
go to these other technology things and ask them to create images for you, and then you put the book together and then you put it up there and you sell it. It costs you nothing to put it on KDP.
No,
Nothing.
no.
And so again, it's amazing, folks, what is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, it's crazy
Take
what I see.
advantage. And a
Yeah,
lot of this stuff is free.com.
exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of it is free. Now, you want to
399.
pay for some stuff to take it to that next level? Do that. But if you don't want nothing to come out your pocket and you're like, let me just try this for a minute,
Mhm.
there are a lot of options.
Absolutely.
Okay. A lot of options. All you have to do is just trust yourself and trust your creativity. Because what you do, somebody else can't do. What you create, somebody else can't create.
Yep.
Okay. And then you get out of this feeling like there's competition.
Yep.
Okay. And and you're the biggest competition right now because you're fighting with self. So
Yep.
that's the other thing that you got to get out of your head of talking negative, knowing this can change somebody, one person. All it
Yep.
takes is one person that it can empower and motivate, inspire, whatever, or help them along their journey. That's why I love my products. I love, at first I was kind of iffy. You have those trials and those, I wouldn't say failures. It's always you can do something better.
Tribulations.
Tribulation, yes. But then
Trials and
you do it better. You get better at it and better. And the next thing you know, you'd have mastered that particular thing. Now you on to something else where that particular thing, it has opened up the great avenue for you to do this next thing.
Yep.
You want to keep open up avenues because that one thing has opened up so many doors.
Yep.
And that's all it takes. Use your social media. What's this? You got a camera. You want to go live? Go live. You don't have to have so many people to go live anymore. They made it very easy for you to go live on any platform. Just who cares what you got to or what people think.
Yep.
That's the problem. Stop caring about what people think and step out of your box.
Yep. And we have tools like Canva. Canva is free.
Canva is
NVA
yes.
is amazing. It has all these images you can use. It helps you to create different things. You even say what you're doing it for. Is it a Facebook banner page? Is it a marketing tool? Is it whatever? And you set it up a YouTube thing, a YouTube thumbnail.
Yep.
And it's all this free stuff. You can create these
a lot of free stuff.
Take that image, put it over on something else, and create. And then all of a sudden, boom! Now you got like I use Canva to as my platform because it's my visual thing. So I use Canva to create the t-shirts. I use that because I say t-shirt logo and it fits the size right. And then I start adding the things I want into it, and I put my slogans. I play with it enough, and then boom, pop, there it is. So it's just there's so many things.
Absolutely. Even if you don't have something physical or something to create, you have knowledge.
Yes.
And you want to put this knowledge out there, create a course. And you can go on to what's that one? It starts with a U. And can create a course.
Udemy or something.
Udemy, right. And there you go.
Udemy.
Sell that course for $20. Make it level 1 or whatever to step you up to that next level. You know, like you great at teaching something, go there. Start a YouTube channel and give a little snippet of what it is that you teach or what it is that it's so many things. It
is. So
it just requires your own time.
Yep.
And how much time you want to put into it.
Sometimes get out of your own way sometimes.
Yes. I just journaled about that the other day because, you have those blocks. Everybody has those blocks. To step over it, you got to come to, reality here. Like, okay, this is what's going on. Confront it. Now let's move on.
Yep.
Let me get this out of my system. And now let's move on. Now, how do I, instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solution? Kenny had told me that because he was listening to something. And that's the thing. Focus on the solution. That's all you have to do. And then that solution, it comes quick. And you're like, I'm just doing it. I just needed to do a different way of it. Or I just need to approach it differently. Or if you don't know, don't be afraid to ask someone that's in that field or in that industry of how to do something.
Yep.
And if they don't want to give it to you, no worries. On to the next one. But you have to be the first one to take that initiative.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Shawna, were you telling me on here or were you telling me privately about the bath bomb thing?
I just told you on here.
Okay. Yeah. So, y'all, I'm telling you, amazing. I mean, think about it. Somebody took a bath bomb. We all see bath bombs. We've had them for years. We've had them for years. And somebody said, hey, let me give you a value proposition there. Let me add value to something that we all already have. Maybe something that most people don't use because they don't see the benefit of it. I'm going to tuck something else into it and boom.
Yeah. And here's your surprise.
I know.
Here's your surprise.
Yes,
and that bath bomb will probably cost you what? $15-$20 because it's going to be a bomb ass bath bomb anyway. It's going to, you're not just soaking in it just to get the whatever surprise that's in it. That bath bomb was the first initial, right? Something extra is that something extra that's that surprise. You're like, oh
Right.
shoot, what is this floating in my tub? And then bam, it's like, oh, I'm about to tell such and such about where they can get these bath bombs from. And because look at that, even spirit recognizes it. So it's like it's like that where your creative juices flow. When they flow, write them down. Because
Yes.
it may not be in that moment right then and there. I'm gonna tell you, I got a whole notebook full of stuff. Look, I even have tabs full of stuff because when the time is right for a lot of the other ideas I have, it's already happened. I already wrote them down. I don't have to do anything but just get the ingredients, get the supplies, and then that's it. It's
Exactly.
just write these things down. Even when you in your dreams. Right now, we are experiencing a lot of vivid dreams. Okay. When you wake up, write it down.
Yeah.
If you can't remember everything, it's okay. Just write down bullet points. Okay. Because eventually it will come back to you anyway. Even when you meditate, you can't get everything that you like. Dang, I can't write it. Try to remember everything that I just meditated about. All of this. It's okay. There's key points, but these things resurface, and you're like, oh, so that's what that was shown to me. Oh, that's what spirit was saying to me, or that's what my spirit guide was saying, or my past loved ones. So yeah, to say that, there is a wonderful, wonderful video that you need to watch of connecting to your spirit guides and help walk with you when you meditate. It's a great meditation. Okay. I want to say watch because you're going to be meditating. And at any point, it shall come up here. There we go.
I was a little slow. I was getting there.
It's okay. It's all right. Meet your spirit guides. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and when you do this video, the good part is the first part of the video. Again, it's on YouTube. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Free 99. But it takes about a half hour. So set aside a half hour, and it takes 2 or 3 times before you actually are able to break through with it, because of the visualization. Some people are good. If you're good at visualizations, it'll happen the first time like this. If you're not, it'll take a little while, but you'll get it within 2 or 3 times. And the cool part is when you finally sit down at the end of the video, as you're having a conversation with your spirit guides, and you're like, damn, I never thought this was possible.
Right.
It's more than possible. It is probable that if you do this video, you will meet your spirit guides. And if you want to, if you're not interested in your spirit guides, which you should be, because again, your spirit guides will help you and are always helping you, just don't necessarily maybe know them, then this one should interest you. And this is having conversations, connecting with people who've crossed over, the people who are your loved ones. This is another good one too. And right now, I've said it over and over again, said it last week, say it this week, say it continuously for a little while. Energy is really high right now. We have the world is in upheaval. The astrology is telling us that, the planets and the stars are all just moving in certain ways that are very unique to this experience. And so the astronomy supports that as well. I mean, we have the 7 planets as alignment. That doesn't happen. That very seldom happens, and it's happening now. And so when you have all of these things going on, and you have all this upheaval and all this craziness in the world, that creates an energy which is actually feeding our energy levels. And so the universe's energy is high, and the spirit's energy is always high. And so that creates a thinner veil. So we actually now are able to connect more. So if you've been finding yourself more psychically connected recently, if you're picking up more energy than you ever have, if you're able to know when the phone's going to ring before it does, and it hasn't happened in a while, that's because, again, our energy levels have brought us closer to the veil. And so we are able to do, our psychic abilities are great. Not ours, everybody's psychic ability. Everybody's energies of crossing over the veil and talking to those who passed on, so much more. If you've ever wanted to talk to the people who are on the other side, if you ever want to talk to your spirit guides, this is the time, because it's easier now than it has been in a long time. And this energy level will not be consistent. This will drain eventually. It's like the wax and wane. It waxes and then it wanes. This is a waxing event. We are way up here. It will wane eventually. And if you already have worked on and have made that connection, as the energy level wanes, that connection, you already know it, because you can go there instantly and you won't have to. So
Mm-hmm.
take advantage of this energy for this moment in time, because this will not last forever. I certainly hope not, because the energy level is just too high and not sustainable. If it's this sustainable, if it stays this high for so long, I worry about where we're headed. I worry because the world's energy can't stay at that. It's like everything else; it just can't stay that high. It's kind of like when you see a surge suppressor, right? You can only run so fast for so long before you peter out, and either you have a heart attack or you slow down and you
Mm-hmm.
take a breath. And I think that, again, that's what the energy is. That we have so much energy at this level, it'll wane, and I think that's a good thing, because again, but as it wanes, if you've already made that connection to the other side and that veil, that connection, once you learn how to make it, energy jobs doesn't matter. You can make that connection in. Like nowadays,
Absolutely.
when I want to talk to my spirit guides, I don't have to do this. I used to have to do these preparations and all this other stuff. I don't have to. I can just kind of sit here, and all of a sudden, before I go online, before I even go and send the link, I prepare myself and I'm like, let's have a conversation, spirit guides, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm there, you know. So take advantage of this. This is the time to do it. Okay, there is no better time, in my opinion, than now.
Right.
So, whew, that went a whole long way, but I think it was
It
important.
sure did. But it's all good, because somebody needed to hear, and someone needed to have confirmation today of like, I've been working on this project, or I've been working on this, and I just don't know what to do. It's like, okay,
And
here
while
we
you're
go. You know?
as you are projecting for planning your projects, there is one thing that can be very helpful in that planning process.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to have to turn this over to Miss Shawna, because she wrote the book on planning. Okay.
This is, and you work with the astrology world too. So when you are in alignment with the planets, with the moon, things move differently. Okay, things really do, because now that you're working with the universe, you're not working against it, or you don't know what's happening. You know what's going on. You're like, oh, okay, so this is the energy of what how I need to move, or this is the energy I need to be working with to get me to this next level. So this is the digital planner of the astrology adventure for 2025. Now, in this planner, it has the events for the month. For each day, it also tells you a description of what's going on. Also, it gives you some deep diving internal type of journal questions, okay, for you just to really tap in with your inner self and have this great understanding of how you moving, what you need to hold yourself accountable for, and just really breaking and understanding your higher self. Because a lot of times we talk about connecting with your higher self, a lot of people don't know what the heck that means. Or connecting with your inner self, they don't know what that means. These questions also help you, and then it holds you accountable for the week of what to do, or what you need to have done. Like, what are your plans? What are your goals for the week? What are your goals for the month? Then it also gives you a section where you can reflect on that whole month. Now, there is a extra little bonus point. There are QR codes within the planner that you scan, and it will take you to a reading. It will take you to the it's a collective reading, not a one-on-one, for the whole month, of a great breakdown of what's going on, how to harness this energy, and what to do. So this is the physical hard copy. I send them out. I have them and I send them out, so you don't have to wait for a third party. I've taken that part out.
But the digital
And
copy comes to you
the digital copy,
instantaneously.
instant.
Yes,
You
and
will
from Miss Shawna,
you
not from some
purchase.
third party. This is
No,
right here. So if you
right
have
here.
an issue with it and something else, you don't have to call customer service.
No.
You're talking to customer service right here, right
Yes.
here.
Yes.
And that's to
Indeed.
make you feel good, because again, you know who we are, you know what we do. So it's not like you're talking to a stranger, or you need to talk to a stranger about something that didn't work. You know, that I love that.
Yes. Yeah, so this is the hard copy, and we got the digital copies available as well. So thank you for putting that in there, because I'm like, it doesn't even come up anymore. Usually they come up,
They used
but they
to.
don't come up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the first one was the digital copy, again, which
Yes.
instantaneously sent. If you take the hard copy, again, Miss Shawna doesn't use a third party even for the hard copy. When you order it from her, and
Yes.
she mails it and she gets it to you. And so if you ask nicely, she can maybe autograph it too. So
You know, I
maybe.
just
Maybe.
But also for the ones that have placed a order this week, your order have been shipped out or is about to be shipped out, depending on when you ordered it. Your products. For the ones that's already ordered your products, thank you for your support. Now, if you want to know what the heck I'm talking about, go to goddesspower.net, and we have amazing skincare products and crystal intentional jewelry. Okay.
And I'm trying to find that link. I know it's here. I have so many links now, but I know it's here.
Well, it's the link tree down below. You can go to my link tree that's down below beside my name.
I used to have that like instantaneous.
Yeah.
I just kind of added so many. Oh, I think what? No. Would it be here?
It can be there.
I'm almost certain I have the.
I thought you had the link
tree. Yeah, I almost certain I did.
Well, it's Linktree Divine Goddess Power 888. So it's down below.
There you go. There you go.
And if you haven't already, you're crazy. If you haven't purchased this amazing book, which is the ultimate power within. Okay. Make sure, and it's on Amazon. Yes, I got the power. Hey. Yes, this is a great breakdown for affirmations, but I am not the author. This one is.
Exactly. And it actually is an award-winning book, Miss Shawna. Not just a book. It's an award-winning book. It won the 2024 International Impact Book Award for 2 different categories: mind, body, and spirit, and then personal growth and development. So it took 2 different awards, which I was thrilled to have happen, which is nice. And guess where you can find it? If you are in the Scottsdale area and you don't want to buy the book, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but okay, whatever.
It's mine. It's got a whole bunch of highlights in it, child. I had to buy mine.
Exactly. You can actually go to the local library and you can find it, because it is now in the Scottsdale Public Library. Yes, it actually is in the collection now, which is exciting news, which is wonderful. And the images in the book are amazing. I made them myself, and they're self-explanatory. Once you read the chapters, you'll understand the images. And just to kind of give you an idea of the images, have a peek.
3, 2, 1.
하이두 시대로 윤비라마 범야시대 페르치라 샹콩 나마토 이진부 팡再痛没什么转身以后我会练
Bam.
So that was my that's when you see the images, which are very cool, because when you look at this when you go to even Amazon, because this is on sale on Amazon, you don't really see all the images, which is unfortunate, because again, to me the images are amazing only because I worked on them so long. This book was like a 2-year piece of my heart, because I really felt so strongly about what I wrote. So anyway, it's a good book in reference to helping you realize you have the power. This is the key. You ultimately have the power to put out the energy to change your life and your experiences. You just have to own it and take advantage of it, and that's awakening thing, which is interesting.
Absolutely.
And then while I'm at it, if I could give myself not another plug, because it's not really a plug,
please,
but my son and I are actually working on a book together. This is a father-son experience. For those of you who don't know my experiences, I was an engineer way back when, then became an attorney, also owned real estate and have been a real estate investor for a long time, as also was a realtor. and real estate attorney. I did foreclosures and all the structures to put businesses in and so forth. And so I'm actually working on a book now with my son on real estate investing. And we're going to do a book on a whole book on real estate investing. And who better than somebody who's been there? Because I've had all the aspects and I've owned hundreds of properties. And I'm not BSing you when I say that. When I say that, well, Shawna will tell you, most people know me. I've owned hundreds of properties,
Yes.
flipped them,
Hundreds.
wholesaled them, and owner finance, all those things. And so actually we're writing a book. And while I was doing the research, the reason why I brought this up while I was doing research, it kind of connected me back to my home. And this is the house I grew up in Baltimore City, because I'm from Baltimore inner city. This is my house. I was looking for the first home I ever bought as an investment property, and it was across the street from the home I grew up in. So I want to show you guys this. This is my home. This is where I grew up in. This house was maybe 8 to 10 feet wide. As you can see, it is not very wide. I mean, think about it. That door is a 28-inch door, and those windows are less than 28 inches if you see how that door is, right? So these are not 32-inch doors. These are 28-inch doors. It shows you how narrow this house was, and it was 40 feet long. And so it wasn't very big, but that was my home. And I loved this house, and I loved growing up in Baltimore City. And we just never felt, we were comfortable and life was good. And right across the street, it's interestingly enough, across the street, the houses were bigger. They were taller. They had higher ceilings. And so the first house I ever bought as an investment was this one. And that house, when I bought it, it had white where the black is now. It's white marble. And that was my first house. And I bought it to live in it, never moved in. My brother moved in and rented from me first. And then after that, my sister. And then I went to Germany and lived in Germany for a while. And I never lived in this house. And the coolest part about it, not the coolest part. The coolest part is it paid itself off quickly. And when I was in Europe, I paid it off. Within 6 months of living in Europe, I paid this off because of the job I had. It was a lucrative job, shall we say. But the cool part is eventually I donated this house. I gifted this house to an elderly couple that was living there. They were long-term tenants. They no longer could afford the house. They weren't, because of health crises and everything else. We all understand health crises. I gifted this house to them. So my first rent house turned out to be a gifted house to somebody else who needed it far more than did I. And I think that's one of those closure things that kind of I think it's given back to me over the years. My real estate career has always been, my investments have always paid well for me. And I think it's because I planted that seed early and said, you know what, I'm giving back. And so I do believe that sometimes when you do certain things, they may not show immediacy of benefit, but don't be surprised if the universe gives you back in many, many ways and many folds.
In many ways.
Many folds too. So,
yes.
life is good, Miss Shawna.
Yes, it is, honey.
Yes,
it is.
And I am blessed because I'm sitting beside one of the best in the business and one of the best people I know. So every Thursday morning, I am blessed with whom I sit beside, and not to exclude Miss Angie either, because on Wednesday nights I'm thrilled that way too. So I have the two best in the business. I really do believe, and so I'm honored every day that I get on here and know I can look beside me and see one of the best.
Well, I tell you what, if we didn't know about no restream, we would be sitting there trying to figure it out.
And they're really, oh my goodness, look who it is, Miss Linda.
OMG. I knew I had this feeling. I said, let me tell you, this is how you know that it is thin and your psychic abilities work, because I was just talking about you, Miss Linda.
We just had the conversation before we went on live.
I said, I ain't seen her in a minute. And usually when I feel that, I end up getting either a phone call or a text or seeing you come up. Child, how you been? That is the mother of the chat, honey. That is the mother.
Yes, Mother Hen, and she is.
Yes.
She's in the room. The good part is she picks up stuff and shares with everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting a reading from us and Miss Linda offers a little insight, make sure you listen.
Go with it.
She is connected. She's talented.
Very much so.
Yes,
very
indeed.
much so.
Yes.
But hey, Miss Bonnie. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Jimmy.
Selena.
There we go. Because I was about to be like, what the? Hey, Tay. Hey, honey. We was just been talking. Cheryl, Shield Nova. Teresa,
goodness.
hey.
So many people. Lord have mercy.
Yes, Letty.
Michelle, Arkesha. Hey, Arkesha, it's been a
Mhm.
while since I've seen you too. KK.
KK, hey.
Debbie, Sandra. Isn't Sandra?
My mama.
I was thinking, wait a minute, I know that name.
That's my mama.
Hey, Miss Sandra,
Nikita.
how are you? I haven't seen you in a
Shawana.
while.
Yes. Miss Angie is in the building.
Nikita, Shawana, Lord have mercy. Good. And
Miss
Rachel, nice to see you all
Rachel.
in.
Shy Girl. Yes. Haley. Chrissy. Yes. And K Weezy. And Nat. Hey.
Haley. Haley, I'm picking up Haley specifically as soon as that name popped up. Haley, are you Xavier? Does Xavier ring a bell with you? Haley, are you still here, Haley? And does Xavier ring a bell with you? Because I'm picking up a younger kid, Xavier. And do you have an accent? Well, do you speak with a different accent than we do? I'll put it instead of saying, do you have an accent? Do you speak with a different accent than we do? Because I'm picking up a different accent as well. I'm picking up a different vibe even. I'm talking like a really interesting. You're away. You're a distance. You're not even in this country, right? You're someplace else. Can you, if you're still here, can you confirm any of that or deny it and say I've lost my damn mind? Whichever way it goes, I'm good.
Right?
Yes. Hey, Natalie, nice to see you in as well.
Yes.
Well, we've been talking people's heads off, but I hope y'all got something interesting from this. If you didn't have a chance to hear what we said, you may want to replay it down the road because we talked about, again, all kinds of possibilities about how you can create and start your own businesses with no money, which is important, and how that's so exciting these days. It got into a conversation about what is available on technology and so forth, and then it got into that conversation. And then we also tied it into the high elevation of anxiety and levels of energy right now, which have brought everybody closer to the veil, and how now we are crossing over and we're easier to connect to the other side, which then brought us back to now the point of using those connections to do some readings for you. So let us know.
Absolutely.
What
See, it all
time.
It all tied together. I bet y'all was like, listen here, if y'all talking one more, when we get into these damn readings, because I put up a question 2 hours ago.
Exactly. And if you put a question up 2 hours ago, you're gonna have to ask it again because
you definitely
off the screen. It is off the screen at this point.
Definitely, I think my mom done left.
And I'm gonna say, Miss Shawna, I tell you, you're looking good today too. But I'm like not seeing pink here. Is this not pink or what?
No, this is pink. It's light pink.
It looks white. It looks like it. Yep.
It's my light. My light is like really bright. That's why I was just like, let me change my light earlier because I was looking too white. But no. We got pink on.
Yeah, because usually it's pink. I'm like, what's the story here? Yeah.
Now let's see. It's really light.
Now it looks whiter even. Lord have mercy.
I turned my light off. Let's see.
I have to put a pink filter over that.
Yeah, it's really light pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I promise you I got on pink, dog.
All right, because I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here today?
I don't even need that light. Okay, good. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. Yeah. Thank you. I had a great workout today. I went to go see my neighbor that just lost his wife, and we was in good, cannolis, honey, will make Italia be happy. In every way. If it's spaghetti, anything Italian dish wise. I know it looks white, but I promise y'all I got on darn light pink. I got on light pink. I do. I think it's just the lighting. My lighting it kind of washes me out a little bit.
You're just glowing too much. That's what it is. You're just glowing
apparently, apparently. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to say this before we get into a reading.
Tell me what?
This morning, before my alarm went off, I knew my alarm was about to go off, but I had another hour before my alarm went off. But I was in a deep sleep, and you know how when you wake up for a moment and then you go right back to sleep type of thing. I felt this glow on my right side on my right side of the bed because I was laying on my stomach, and so I had my head here. So on my right side, I felt this glow. When I said this was a bright, no windows was open, No, nothing. It was a golden glow. And then I felt it getting closer to me. Then I was like, man, I'm not, if this is my phone, I'm not getting up yet. Let me get my whole hour in. But this wasn't a regular glow. So then I opened up my eyes and then the glow was gone. But it was a golden glow. I haven't seen one in a very, very long time. And it where my nightstand is, it was like right there. It was gold, like 14 karat, no, 24 karat gold, like that type of old gold, like 18 karat gold type. And I'm just like, okay, did I just get a visitor? That's why I told y'all not to come in my room at a certain time. But I was meditating. I fell asleep meditating to meeting my spirit guides.
Mhm.
And that's what I fell asleep to.
Yep.
And sure enough, my spirit guide was sitting right beside me this
Yep.
whole time.
And I wonder if that was also one of your spirit angels, because it's like, because it's that gold usually is an indication that that's higher level.
It's super high. I mean, like high.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen that gold. Like it's like something that you would see in a picture or something, or a movie of how gold it was. I can't even explain, but it was just so bright.
Yeah.
Like I saw it on my peripheral.
Yeah.
And, that's where they like to show up. It's like on the side, like, did you catch it or did you not catch it? And sure enough, I caught it and I was just like, okay. You didn't want to show me your image. You just wanted to show me that you are here. Okay. So I'm going to do it again tonight. Another, because now I want to see who
exactly.
he is. Who are you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt royalty all the way. Yep, Miss Linda, I felt it.
Mm.
I'm just
and it was nice that they weren't intrusive. They were just there.
They were just chilling.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
They was just chilling, like, whenever you feel like getting up. But I was like, okay.
If you have a moment for me, right?
Right. I was like, dang, this sun it was like the sun was beaming, but we don't have any sun today because it's cloudy out here. Yeah. So I was just like, what in the world? And then where the window sit, it's on the other side of the bed, on the other side of the wall. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I haven't felt this glow in a minute. And I'm just like, oh. Yeah, so I'm telling you, that meditation works, okay? It really, really works. My people's just like to, pop out sometimes and be like, hey. But then I get the aura of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Arizona, I could see images, but now I feel like I'm in a different level now. I'm in a different realm now. So I'm seeing them in a different way.
I love that. And folks, that YouTube meditation is free, no charge. And and you can, again, play it more than once, because if you don't visualize, if you're not somebody good at visualizing, then go for the repeated one. And within 2 or 3 times, you're going to get it.
Yes. And, I was just like, wow, I forgot to tell you about this, because this glow has been with me. So when y'all say I'm glowing, this is why, because my people's are here.
Exactly. I love it.
My people's is here. This is how they like to show up. They like, I got bougie. I have a bougie damn spirit team, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But off of the subject, happy birthday, Leona, and happy birthday to everybody else that's celebrating the birthday today.
Which is my
this
cue.
week.
I'm trying to get there, and here we go. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. There we go. So, Miss Shawna, who is first up? Who gets a little attention?
Well, I was about to say, dang, did we just... Spirit's been messing with us since we've been on camera, okay? So, Actually, let's do birthday.
Okay. Who was that again?
Leona? Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right.
Leona. Oh, there you go.
Not looking for any birthday attention where you got it, girl.
And if you want a question asked, then let us know, and we will put it out there if you're calm. So again, if it's a general, just say general. If it's a specific,
Yes.
tell us specific. Hey, Kim Covey, that's my sister, by the way. Welcome in.
Hey.
You know, we've never read for her. We need to read for her today. So
Okay.
stay on the line, Miss Covey.
Oh, Kim. Okay. So I was like, wait a minute, I don't see. I had to scroll it down. So happy 55, boy. That's a number of change in your life already. Not hey all. I was about to say you could say y'all.
Or go to Pittsburgh and say yens.
Oh.
Yens.
Huh. Or use is
guys. Use guys.
Oh wow. All right. All right, birthday Miss Lady. Yeah, well, it was coming out anyway, so it didn't matter what you was asking. It was coming out anyway. Oh yeah, cool beans. If you want a love reading,
No, let me put that up right now. Let me. No. Look him up. Wait. Let me let Angie do this one for us.
Yeah, Angie
If you want a love reading,
yes.
Look at my face. Don't do it. No.
Mm-mm.
yeah, don't ask us for that. No.
Now there is a wonderful person called Calling on Angels 1111 and Julie, which is Love Riot Warriors. They are available on Wednesdays morning. Okay. So yeah. Save that. And Calling on Angels is available on Sundays. Okay. So make sure you are, following and then subscribe because she go live. Okay. She's great at it. Awesome at it. Great love goddess. Okay. Hey, Miss Brenda. Okay. So let's get into your reading, Miss Leona. I love that name. It's just so exotic, honey. You have the Hierophant here. Okay. You are so welcome. This Hierophant, I feel like there are some things, like you are at a point in your life that things are so different. And to step into this world of being different and being unique, it's like more experience, more mature, all that great stuff, right? Now, this Hierophant, it feels like where you are stepping into where people are coming to you for advice, people are coming to you for your wisdom, and you're moving forward with this as far as in what you are walking into. With this Hierophant being here, yes, it's like what's being clarified with the is the Three of Wands with this is this energy of what's happening for your future, or things that you are planning for your future. You're just taking it differently. It's much wiser moves that you are making, if that makes sense. Okay, because things are aligning for you. You have the Star card here. Universe is really, really and actually aligning. All these things are aligning as well. I feel like there is this energy of a wish coming true for you. And because your faith and you keep in this energy of hope, of something better. But not just that, like you're taking care of your environment, but you're also taking care of self. You're pouring back into yourself to make sure you are taking care of what's around you in that sense. Now, you do have the Devil card here. I want you to understand that negative talk don't go anywhere. Okay. Negative talk will keep you stuck, but I feel like you're overcoming that and you're changing up your patterns, or you need to change up your patterns. Okay. This sense of pessimism, or this sense of others having control over you, is it's like you letting that go, just because you are moving in a different way. Yes, you got the will, the justice, and the chariot. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're making some big major changes. It's like this double card is Satan, get thee behind me. Like I said, being that it's your birthday and this is a new step into a new life for you. You're changing your lifestyle, you're changing your thought patterns. Good karma is like everything is coming back to you. It's like you was at the bottom of the wheel for so long. Now you're coming back on top. Things are starting to balance, and fairness is happening, but things are balancing out for you. On top of that, you are in the driver's seat. You are the one that's dictating and making the right turns and everything. You are the one that's the driving force of your destiny, of your whole life, of your whole being. Okay, this is you just really stepping into who you truly are, but you are embracing your authentic self. And regardless of what the world see, you don't got time for that. Like I said, I love how over top of it's looking like this. You can't even see the devil card. You can't even see what that is behind you now. Okay. And that is a great way to start this new life for you. All the way. You do have the Ace of Swords here. This Ace of Swords is a new, okay? Like this new idea, this new breakthrough. That is like the term that we're going to focus on. This breakthrough happening for you. You have this great protection. You have this great I'm getting Archangel Michael here for you, but this is destined. This is like what's supposed to be happening. This is from spirit. This is, like I said, things are aligning for you in a big major way. I mean, a big major way. And to have this breakthrough happen for you is also amazing. To be beside it is the Ace of Cups. I feel like with this Ace of Cups, honey, this is a new love for self. I mean, you can have a new love for somebody, but I feel like this is a new love for self. It's time for you, and this is what you are doing. This is happening. You're filling your cup up, and you're overflowing, but not. It doesn't go unnoticed. Spirit sees what you're doing. They're like, let me help you fill your cup up. Let me make sure that it's overflowing, because this is blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. On top of that, I knew it. The Nine of Pentacles. It is your reaping what you've sown. It is your harvest now. This is your year. I feel like things are going to be changing very soon when it comes to your financials as well, in a great way. You have a Four of Wands here. Child, you better celebrate. Celebrate you. Celebrate your birthday. Celebrate life. Celebrate everything that you got going on, from where you came from to where you are going and where you are at right now, because this is great things. Like I said, 55 is a master number. Embrace that number. Look that number up. Embrace that angel number, because that is life-changing. With all these major arcana, honey, yes. You are changing everything. You have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is giving you, and it's right up under this devil card, it's giving you this energy of, don't be looking back. Now, there's some folks, they gonna try you. It's the past. They gonna come back like, hey, how you doing? I see that you're living good. You want to talk? And what you gonna say? Like, I don't got time for that. You are in the past for a reason. You are an ex for a reason. Okay, it could be ex-friends, ex-family members, relationship, whatever it may be. It's like you don't have time. You keep you're continuously moving forward. That's another 5 for you. Okay. You do have the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles, and it's right beside, OMG, I just saw it, is the Queen of Pentacles. So you got the King and the Queen right beside each other. Let me tell you what this means. This means discipline. You staying on course. Okay. A King of Pentacles don't deviate from what they got going on. They stay in discipline. They sticking to the plan. They sticking to, bam, I need to take care of this so I can have this. This is long term. Like I said, things are changing for your finances as well. I feel like in a great way where you got the Queen here that is managing it in a great way. Your mindset is so different right now. And it's more knowledge coming through because there's a breakthrough happening. I feel like there's growth, especially when it comes to the material things in your world here. Ooh, there's somebody that may be stepping through for you with this Knight of Cups. I told you I wasn't trying to read this love reading, but it's coming up. It's coming up. But it's going to be slow and steady. It's not nothing that's going to be, all up in your face. But like I said, and the Star card came up, you got a lot of high cards. A lot of high cards. The two kings, King of Cups and the King of Swords. Maturity, wisdom. It's some powerfulness, okay? And on top of that, you're going with the flow. You're trusting the flow of how things are going. Keep going with it, regardless of how crazy it may be. It's like, okay, I'm keeping my emotions in check and I'm riding this wave like I'm supposed to. But it's your season. It's like it's Pisces season. So it's stepping into that energy as well. Okay, so I'm done. Happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I just I missed a little bit of that, but the one thing that comes through to me very clearly is you are on a precipice. You were at a point, you were at an inflection point. Okay, so know that, and this is not specifically about your birthday. Your birthday didn't bring the inflection point on necessarily. It's just that your life has brought this inflection point on, and you are at a time where you need to listen to me. You should not need to. You should, if you so choose. You need to chart the path forward in a way that is about you, and you need to. This is the time to be selfish. Okay, this is the time to make sure that Mama is happy. Mama is happy first. No more worrying about everybody else and how they're going to take this and whatever else. You know what? You have never been first in line. You have always, and you do this, and you have done this always. You have put yourself behind the line, and you've like, okay, well, this comes first, and I need to do this first, and this has to take. No, enough with that. This is the one time, the one energy, the one period of your life where you have to find out what it is you want. And that's going to take a little bit of depth and diving in to figure out exactly where you want to be, because you don't know what you're going to want until you know where you want to be. Once you know where you want to be, once you know where you see yourself in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, once you see that and that clarity comes through, then you can then plan to move forward in that direction. So what I would strongly suggest today is to make sure that you put yourself first, that you give yourself that extra pat on the back, because sometimes I think that you probably feel you don't get the acknowledgement for what you have done for others. You don't get that love, that respect, that appreciation as much as you should have. And so today, give it to yourself. Today, give it to yourself, and today say, you know what? I have made a difference. I have been there for other people, and I am glad I did. And that's the one thing. Also, always be thankful. Give thankfulness and be thankful for yourself and thankful to yourself for having been there for people. But also say, you know what? Now that I have done that for them, let me do it for me. And so move on forward in this year, making sure that you're taking care of you. because I'm telling you that if you look at the calendar and you look at the what do you call them, the whatever tables, the tables that determine how long you're going to be on this earth, you're probably going to have, you've already spent more time on the earth than in the past than you will in the future, if you know what I'm saying. So those years are getting more valuable because the real estate is smaller, because there's not as many in front of you as there. And I hope that's not the case. I hope that you have as many as in front of you as you have behind you. But again, the tables that the actuary tables that the insurance companies use tell us that's not the case. So let's make sure we start using those years in front of us for ourselves, because we've put so many years for everybody else in the past. And make this be that year. And if people say, "Damn, you're kind of being selfish," hell yeah, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm 55. I've earned it. I got the. You may not have the gray hairs. I do. I've earned these. So they tell me that I can put myself first for a little while, because if I didn't have this, it means I didn't have the years, and I have the years, and I've had the experiences. So do that for yourself, okay? And this is the time to do it. This is that time. And if not now, when? I mean, really, you need a house to fall on you? Do you need to understand that, every year, every day, every minute's important? Because again, we aren't guaranteed. We're not guaranteed the next one. We are guaranteed the previous ones because they've happened in the past. We're not guaranteed the next ones. So if you don't start now, you may cash out down the road and never have done it. And then and for what? For what? You sit there and look and say, "Oh my gosh, my life has been wonderful because I gave to everybody else." Really? That usually in your headstone, it's like, "Oh, I worked harder. I worked all my life." That's not what they say on a headstone. That's usually not what they say on the headstone. "Oh, this guy worked his entire life, never took a day off." Yeah, no, that's not on a headstone. Usually it's, he was a great father. He was a great leader. He was a great inspirational person. She was somebody who gave so much. She was somebody who knew where she was going. All these things are on headstones. But you never get, worked another day harder, worked another day longer, and ignored themselves. That's not what you see on a headstone. Okay.
Right.
Keep that in mind, And I'm not saying you're old. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, as the years go by, we realize again how much we've done for so many other people. And this is the time to stop and say, okay, now let's take care of mama a little bit. Okay. Let's take care of mama a little bit. Give yourself the attention. It's your birthday.
Right.
Why not? This is the day. It should be all about you, no matter what.
Oh.
Even if you ignore everything else I said about the year, this day should be about you. So on this day alone, hell yeah. Get out there and shout, preach, pray, get in the aisles of the church and jump up and down. Do whatever you want. Act crazy if you want. If you want to talk bad about somebody, do it. This is your day. You earned it.
And who cares? That's what I was saying earlier. Who cares?
Yeah.
You have that when that devil card came out, but with the clarifiers, it was 3 major arcana on top of that, letting you know, listen, honey, you better be on top of and be selfish, hot dog. Be selfish, be sassy, be stern, be all of that. Be the Queen of Swords.
Yes.
Be the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords don't take no BS from nobody.
I'll cut you.
I'm gonna cut you, ho.
You see, I'm from Baltimore, so we don't cut, we just shoot.
Oh yeah.
It's like, don't mess with me. Boom, bye.
We may shoot your pinky toe off, but that's about it. You're gonna remember what happened.
Exactly. My spouse is from Puerto Rico, and he's like, "We'll cut you." I'm like, "No, in Baltimore, no. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. We'll just shoot you." So, kidding, folks. Please, just kidding. Don't get all crazy and don't get silly. No, Lord have mercy.
Because they'll be like, "What's happening?"
I know.
And then you'll call me. I'm gonna get that shovel and some lime, and we're gonna go in the woods.
Is 6 feet deep enough still? I don't know.
No, you gotta go 8.
These days. I don't know.
Going 8, so you can't. So they can't find you when they start digging.
Exactly. Lord have mercy.
We watch too many movies.
True crime. Lord have mercy.
Snap. Okay. Snap.
Alrighty then, Miss Covey, if you are still here, we're going to read for you. Did you have a specific or a general? I know you said
yes, Miss Kim.
And Miss Linda, it is good to see you, and I am so glad to see you adding the thing here.
Yes.
Miss Linda, no, I did not know JoJo had a grandbaby, or I didn't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I knew.
saw that baby online. I said, "Who is this chunky thing?"
When did the baby come? When is?
I don't even know. I mean, it's been a couple days since I saw that picture.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
Not
recall.
Dexter. Have you ever watched Dexter?
I love Dexter, the original one, the first one.
Yes, not the
Yeah.
series, but
Yeah.
the true series that came on Cinemax or HBO or something like that.
Yeah, no, I love the first one, and John, what's his name? The tall guy with the balding. He came on in the later seasons, like 6 or 7 or something, or 5, 6, 7. That dude, John Lithgow. Oh my God, he brought such another twist to that whole story.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Lord.
Do you know what I like about this series now is that you're going way back to when he was a teenager, where he's got this from, but he got it from his dad. Yeah, because his dad was a little, cray. And then when he saw the nurse trying to kill the dad, like slowly, the dad told him, hey.
So this is the newer series? What's it called?
Dexter.
It's called Dexter as well?
Yeah, I think it's Netflix or Amazon Prime or something.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. So it goes back when he was a teenager.
Yeah.
And then he started, I wouldn't say teenager to when he started working for the police department.
Okay.
Because his dad was
a cop.
Yeah, a detective.
Yeah, because the sisters always walked in the image of the father and always had to deal with that. Yeah.
But then the dad is in conflict with himself. He's like, what did I create? What did I create? And he's like, that word. But then he got too good at what he was doing.
In real life, the sister on the TV show was his real wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. The one that played his sister, that was his wife in real life.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
cool. Ain't that crazy? It's like, we got a kissing brother and sister here.
I know. It's like, interesting here. What else? I don't know.
Right.
So Miss Covey says, general reading, please. There's a lot going on.
Well, you show right about that. You are so right about. Let me just say why. I mean, but here's the good thing about it. Things are going in the right direction as far as in coming into a completion, if that makes sense. Okay, you got to remember who you are, and this is the magician card. Okay, you need to remind yourself of how much power you have, how powerful you are, and that you can manifest anything into reality. Your thoughts are very, very powerful right now, regardless how negative and regardless how positive they are. So you kind of want to say positive, because when you're sitting in that power of the magician, everything manifests into reality. Everything does, and it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. But you want to stay positive, stay in this energy. You have to remember that what you're capable of doing, what you're capable of producing to this world. You're powerful. You are a powerful being. You do have the 8 of Swords. Now, with this 8 of Swords, you probably feel like there's some limitations, there's some restrictions around you that you put around yourself. But guess who can get yourself out of it? You. You can remove this blindfold. You can take this restraint off of you. These swords ain't even stuck into the ground, honey. They just floating. So that means you can walk around it, but you also need to trust yourself. Okay, trust yourself of how you are moving. Trust yourself of when you make a decision, this is the right decision. Okay, you do have the Judgment card. Yeah, I feel like there's a gift coming, a blessing coming, but I also feel like you're going through a rebirth. It can be an awakening that you're going through. A lot of times This is for everybody. A lot of times when we go through something so crazy, there is something big about to happen. And there's something big about to come into your life that you have been waiting on. So I feel like this is a great awakening for you in a way where it's like this new you this new you is rising right now. That just made me think of this wonderful bracelet I have called Myself of Rising. And it is a powerful intentional bracelet. It has sodalite. It has opalite. It has, oh my gosh, you can check that out on my but check it's already set with the intention, and you're staying in that higher power type of realm, because that's what a rebirth do. Anytime that anybody goes through a rebirth, you're leveling up, and a lot of times things don't catch up. So it's like, wait a minute, am I feeling guilty for leveling up? No, this is how a rebirth or an awakening works. Now, this is what I love saying, that Ace of Pentacles. That Ace of, look how big this pentacle is. This is how you know there is a new beginning happening for you, a new financial beginning. It could be financial, it could be abundance coming through, but this is huge. Look how the deer is holding it. This is like a buck, and this is like one of the biggest bucks in the woods here, where it's like, ooh, this is amazing. This is the gift from spirit. This is a blessing from spirit. But this is also letting you know to be in control, that you are in control, or you're getting in control. Okay. And reminding you of who you are. I mean, 1, 2, 3. I love the number 3 when it comes to major arcanas. And then if you have more, there is a big shift happening. So when you say there's a lot going on, it's for a reason. It's to drop stuff off because things are coming to an end. That 10 of Swords, it's making you for you to start this new journey, for you to start this new life of yours. When the 10 of Swords is here, that's like the 10 of Wands. I meant to say the 10 of Swords, if I did say that. The 10 of Swords is no more feeling drained. It's no more of there's so much going on with you. It's no more of that. It's coming to a close. And it's really allowing you to trust and not second guess when you make decisions here at all. Look at you. I knew this one was going to come out. This 10 of Wands with feeling like there's a burden on you. And here's the frustration with this 3 of Swords. Here's where people might not like how you're moving, and it may hurt their feelings, or it may hurt where you gotta like, all right, this ain't working out for me. This is what I need to move on to. And then you have the 8 of Wands. So things feel overwhelming. Of course they do, but things are dropping off quickly as well. I feel like I want to get a healing card for you just because. Yeah, getting into nature, meditation, and your guardian angels popped out as well for you. So I feel like when you get, I don't know what side of the country you on. Is it too cold to get outside? But nature helps you meditate, and nature helps you connect with self. But just getting out, taking a walk, or just being outside, period. Will help you release a lot of things and to find clarity. And don't be afraid to call on your guardian angel to help guide you. Okay, that's what I have for you, love.
Let me see what I got.
Okie dokie.
You have a lot of twos. You have a lot of two energy popping up. You know, like the moon card in this deck has the wolves, and there's the two sides of the wolves, which is interesting. And then of course the two of wands here, and those energies, the duality of things. That's a concern for me. The duality part. Things aren't always as they seem. So be careful when you as you encounter something and something's coming along. This is the Seven of Coins right here, which is interesting. So there's something that's been brewing and something that's working through. But understand that before you react to whatever is coming, and there's again something coming, there's a duality to it. So initially it may seem either good or bad, but when you take a moment, more than a moment, when you take a step back and you then look at it through a prism of a more objective viewpoint, don't be surprised if that image changes. Okay, so again, it can be good to bad or bad to good, but there is something coming up, and again, it's been brewing for a while, but it finally raises to a head, and it's interesting because it's like again, somebody tried this, somebody tried this, somebody tried this, and it's been frustrating. Okay, but again, know that the good part, and in the end, it's going to be good because this is the Empress card. So something that seemed bad, something that seemed like it was very problematic, is actually going to turn out to be good, and that's the two wands again, two of wands, and that's that choice is the options. And again, some questions that have been out there are going to now be answered. And with those answers, again, machinations, thing lining up, the movement of cogs in the wheel, that kind of thing, fall into place. And the Empress card comes out, so it's a rise above situation. So it's an energy situation where the fullness comes through. And it takes away the pain, takes away the problems, takes away the troubles, which I love it. Again, another two. We have 3 2s here. You need to look up the 222. That's the angel number, and I think that's usually spirit speaking. And if I'm not mistaken,
finding balance.
Is that what it is?
It's finding balance, and that also means you need to look on Saturday. Something is going to be happening because that's 222.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So again, be cognizant. Make sure I don't like it. And look, there's the full cards. That's the newness, the rebirth of it. So whatever this is, again, it's like it's a crisis happens. The crisis is bad. The crisis is negative, and it's wearing, and it's on and on and on. But again, questions weren't answered. Now questions are being answered, and the answers are lining up. And somebody is helping to find all the reasons why the right answers are coming to be, and they haven't been there before, but they're coming now. So again, this is more of a scientific mind. This is a logical, reasonable, scientific mind that's actually finding the reasons why all these issues were there and yet could not be resolved, and now they will be, because again, they're being seen in a different way. It's a female. A female's doing this, and it's for a female. So again, it could be for you, it could be for somebody you know. But again, that the issues are getting resolved, and they're rising above, and finally putting the pain in the rearview mirror. Finally, resolution, and that full card, that new start, that new fresh start, that new fresh energy, which I like. Now, who's the 17-year-old? I'm getting 17-year-old, 17-year-old, heavy set, dark hair, granddaughter, not Maddie. You have another granddaughter who's a little bit on the chunkier side, a little bit darker complexion, dark hair, rounded face, great smile. Is there like something on the cheek or on the something here, like a mole or a birthmark or a beauty mark, something like that? Do you have someone in your life that fits that feel? Because that energy just came through and needed attention. Are you still here? Are you still here? Who is this person? Again, 17, 18 years old. I think it's on the 17 side. Okay, it's not Maddie, so it's not on the side I know. This is the other side, apparently. Anyway, that person has some. Reach out to that person. Reach out to her. It's a her. Reach out to her. Something's going on there. something's going on there and needs a little bit of TLC, a little attention, maybe they've been overlooked. Maybe they're feeling passed over, or they're having some drama. Could be relationship drama, not your relationship with them, but relationship drama. They need a little more attention. So make sure that whoever this is, reach out to them, okay, and have that conversation with them. Again, about 17 years old. I'm seeing dark hair. It's naturally kind of curly, a little bit of curl in it, a bit rounded face, curvy. It's very curvy. Yeah. So reach out to them. All right. I think yeah. Okay. That's about it. That's what I'm picking up. There you go. Interesting read. Interesting.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? As I was just shuffling, as you were talking, the same darn cards fell out about 4 times of the same thing that you were saying. I got the 2 of Cups, the Fool, the 8 of Swords, all of the same darn thing.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy? I'm telling you, it seems crazy, but when you do this, you realize it's not crazy. It's Spirit's talking to us.
But you know what? The message is saying the same thing. It's the same message over and over and over again. Like I said, with that Judgment, I see it as a rebirth. Something is happening, and you see the 2 of Swords as a rebirth.
Exactly.
Yeah, girl. Come on now, Kim.
I think she left us. Maybe she's
Did
working.
you leave us?
Are you working? Did you had to stick back in or something? What's the story? I will remind you. I will let you know to go back to like 1 minute, 1 hour 40, maybe 1 hour 40.
Yeah.
That's when it started. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Who's next, Miss Shawna? Hey, Lisa Reed. Nice to see you in.
Hey, Lisa Red.
And Carla Garganesi Minuet.
That's a long name, child.
No, nice to see you in. I don't recognize that name, I guess.
Okay. Look, that's all she gonna give us.
Oh, there she is. She's still here. I thought
Right, that's all she gonna give us. Like, listen, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you heard about the young girl at the end, because again, it's not Maddie, it's somebody else, and they need attention. So give them some attention. Okay, that's priority one. Priority one.
Yes. Yes, Carla. We're gonna call you Carla because that's what your mama named you. Sarah Joanne McLean. You see it?
McKellen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you tell when a house move coming up soon, please? I'm waiting on the right one.
Don't need the cards for this one.
Oh, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, 2 did pop out what I was saying. It was the 7 of Wands and the Tower card.
It's gonna be a while, but
Yep.
it's gonna be a while. But you'll get there. Just
it will happen. It's no rush. Okay. You just said it. You're waiting on the right one. Continue to wait. A new beginning is going to start. You know, but it's no time soon, love. Definitely no time soon. Just, I want to say, keep doing what you're doing to stay in the right sense. Keep looking. Keep, searching, because that right one is already waiting on you. Okay. Just don't jump at the first thing that you see, because that might not be the one. 9 times out of 10, it ain't ever the one, unless it's a lucky situation.
Sarah, are you again? I'm picking up the energy. I mean, it's going to be a few months, Sarah, and I think that you're going to have to adjust your search, because I think that I think that if you want it to happen sooner, you're going to have to adjust your search, because I think your search is too restrictive. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you should be restrictive. This is your house in the way. I mean, so why in the hell would you not be restricted? But if you want something to happen sooner, you're going to have to change your restrictions, because I think you're looking for the perfect place, and the perfect place is never going to exist. And the reality break that's going to come to you, or that you're going to finally have an epiphany. And that's so either, again, changing your strategy, or changing your mindset, or waiting. Now, again, you will eventually get there no matter what. But the question is, what is more priority? Having everything you're looking for, or having a place to move to sooner?
Right.
And that's what I'm picking up. Also, I think that unfortunately I'm picking up an energy, an universal energy, that I just feel that the housing market is going to be very problematic for a lot of folks for right now. I think that this is, I don't know why I just said that, because I'm like, Lord knows I live in the housing market. I love housing market. I watch a lot of that stuff, and it's interesting because I don't see that in, well, like where I am, but there's something about where you are, and I don't know where it is, but I'm feeling like there's a bottleneck there of things not hitting the marketplace. And maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know what's happening, but whatever it is, there isn't enough supply, quality supply, and that's a problem for you, I think.
I also feel like, are you working with someone to help you find what you're looking for? Because if you're doing it on your own, I feel like it ain't been all that in a bag of chips. I feel like someone will have the inside tip almost, like a great realtor or so that finds things in a better way. I just feel like definitely it's the timing is not right now, because there's a lot of things changing. But I feel like when you said the perfect area, is like the perfect area, the perfect everything checked off on your box. But I feel like you got to broaden your search just a little bit more,
Yeah, there's just there's a bit of a crisis here. It says, yes, I'm working with someone.
Oh, you are working with someone.
Yeah. I would not get too restless. I would not get too overeager. That does not help you in this situation. And if anything, but I would look and say, am I being realistic? And again, are all the things that I want, what is priority? I would adjust. I would look at just look and see,
Yeah.
what month. It's you have at least 2 or 3 more before something really strikes you.
Yeah.
And
a lot of times. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So, when it's the season, because I feel like when we moved, it was the summertime. It's always like you always want to see people moving around before the summertime or after Memorial Day type of times, because that's when things are just different. I just feel like it's going to be just, you got months, but within these months, take the time out to say, oh, let me change my search. Let's see what happens if this is what I really want, and go from there, because there's no need to rush, but we don't know your situation. Okay. But if you want something right now, then you gotta change your search.
Yeah. And be careful not to be too what would you call, like, be careful not to be too overly desirous of an outcome,
right,
to end up missing something that needed to be, a box needing to be checked. Okay, that's I guess that's what it is.
And don't be afraid. A lot of people feel like, oh, because I'm dealing with one realtor or one person to help me, that I can't deal with other people to help me. So always, you got options.
Yeah.
Take advantage of these options.
Yeah. And do you have do you when you are I guess my biggest question would be when you are you in a small town and is and are you because I'm getting like a limited it seems like I'm getting a limited number of options for you. And so again, are you in a small town or is the market just that restrictive? Because I'm getting that it's and are you moving from a small town to a bigger town, or are you moving from another town or something? Or I'm picking up like in a smaller town, and the smaller town is the problem because of restricted number of listings. Or what is it with the small town? Why is small town hitting? Do you live in a small town? Answer that question. Just say yes, I live in a small town. No, I don't. Because I'm picking up small town. I keep hearing small town, small town, small town.
Or is that where she wants to go?
That's a good
To
question.
a small town.
Which would be still problematic because again,
Right, because the inventory is really low when
Yeah.
you want to move to a small town.
Yeah. And you're not US bound, right? You're actually from someplace else. You're from not US. Is this Carla? No, Carla. Hi, Carla.
No, Sarah.
Sarah.
Quite restricted.
So here I'm in a town that's quite restricted. I'm moving from town to countryside. I'm in a small house. Okay. So that's kind of ring. And that's part of the complication of the problem too. Again, if you're moving to a small town in the countryside, limitations. Yeah, it's going to be a few months. Keep the work on, keep looking, keep waiting. Be a little more flexible with your priorities and also with the things you must have. Okay, make sure that you understand the must haves and the would like to haves and the nice haves. There's very different. The two of them are very different, but it's going to be a while. I don't pick up an immediacy here. I don't,
especially going to the countryside, because that's what everybody, and the inventory is very low. It don't matter where you are and you want to go to the countryside, because a lot of people got the same thought.
Yeah, and again, I'm getting the feeling like she's not in this country. I feel like she's in a different country, and I feel it's colder, much colder there than it is here. At least where we are now, everything's colder where we are now, because right now we're back to good weather, thank God. But that's also an impact. The winter weather versus summer weather. I'm picking up a colder climate. I'm picking up colder weather. And Sarah, these are things that work against you, unfortunately, in the housing market at this point. So be patient. Spring, summer is going to be much better for you. Spring, summer will bring along much better opportunities for you. Also, I would be visiting the area. I would be talking to locals. I would be letting them know, hey, if you all know something, if you're looking at moving someplace, especially a small town, go to visit that small town, meet some people, tell them you're looking at moving, and that, hey, if they know somebody that's selling or moving or whatever, or leasing, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is start visiting that small town, planting that seed. And
I knew it was Ireland because of the last name, doggone. I just had that feeling.
So it is Ireland. Okay, yeah, and that's that adds to the complications, unfortunately, for the housing as well. So yeah, I would do some of the things that I suggested, and that is, again, if you can, go visit that town. Spend a little time there, talk to people, let them know that you're thinking about moving there, and that, hey, if they know something, and share your number with them. So when something comes along, they may call you and say, hey, look, my friend down here on
is looking,
on Plan is moving, and they're going to sell or lease. Again, do those things, do the work, do the groundwork.
I was thinking the same thing. See, that's when I felt like a third party coming in. As you have somebody, they're going to be restricted only to what their inventory is showing them.
Yes, exactly.
When you go and visit, you're dealing with the locals, you're dealing with people that actually work with each other. It's a community, and you never know what that conversation could be. Oh yeah, I know such and such. It's just they just trying to do it on their own, and they're not trying to go through a whole system of dealing with someone. So go. This is part of your research. This is part of you actually doing stuff yourself. You know, that's what we did. You know, even though we had a realtor, me and Kenny, we rode around and found places because a lot of the stuff wasn't on the inventory, or it was on inventory, but maybe it's been on there for so long, you know, that they overlooked it. So you never know.
There's so many ways to buy a house and to find a house,
Absolutely.
you know, and
Mhm.
going and using only one source, using only one outside third party. You limit based on their skill set, their knowledge,
Yep.
their connections. It really doesn't hurt to be working more than one angle at any given time.
Absolutely.
And I found that over the years that is one of the best ways to get what you want, you know.
Yeah. And plus you get the lay of the land. You get to see, like, is this what I really want? Is this where I really want to be? And if that's what it is, then get to know the community before, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Get to know if there's schools that you need to know about, if there's, you know, if it's close to a hospital or a medical place, or how far is it from the airport? Things like that. Like, all of that makes sense. How is it doing snow seat during the winter? All of these things, you know. But I felt like in the warmer months, that's when things are going to be happening for you.
Yeah.
You know. But you got to put the work in yourself.
Yeah. And I'm smelling ocean.
Yeah.
My Baltimore thing going on ocean. I'm smelling the ocean. So you know, the ocean water is there.
Yeah.
Are you looking at something like on a coast, or are you already on a coast and moving away? I'm getting coast. I'm getting coastal. So
Yeah.
is that an added pressure? Is that an added thing? Are you close to a coast? Are you looking at moving to a coast? Because again, I smell I get the sense of the salt water.
Yeah, I was just about to say the salt water,
Yeah.
because that's a descent, you know, smell.
Yep.
You know, I feel like I smell it all the time being here in Florida, and we're not really close to water
Exactly.
like that. But you could tell it, you could smell it in the air.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, take advantage of
Ocean.
moonshine.
Yeah, from Baltimore, we do our O's, very strong O's.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah,
Going
take
to
advantage of the
ocean.
advice that we give you, and just move with that.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
sometimes you have to put the work in, especially when you have a plenty of boxes to check. You know.
Exactly. Who is next, Miss Shawna?
Not that yawn. Andrea 54 Hector.
Okay.
Are you still here, Andrea? Or is it Andrea?
Depends if you're bougie or not. If you're bougie, it's Andrea.
Andrea.
If you're not bougie, then it's Andrea.
Andrea.
Andrea. Just call me Andy. Just call me Andy.
Right.
Now she's really pissed. I just pissed her off, I'm sure. She's like, wait a minute. Don't do that with my name.
Don't you ever mess my name up like that again.
I'm going to find you. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to track you down.
And I'm going to shoot you. I ain't going to cut you.
Exactly. Lord have mercy.
Oh, you're welcome, Sarah.
Absolutely. Good luck with that, Sarah. And keep us informed. Keep us informed. Absolutely.
Let us know. But that goes for anyone that's looking to buy a car, anything. Usually it's the summer months. Right now it's like this is when everything is still expensive, still new. And then you got these great deals.
And Andrea, do you have a specific question, or do you have a general, or you just want a general? Talk to us. Is Don in
the fancy? Oh yeah, it's fancy, all right. It's a whole resort. It's so fancy.
No, this is my house. This is just my house.
I call it the La Casa La River. Dang. Let me get my damn things together.
Casa Rivera.
Yes.
Have another drink, Miss Shawna. Here, I'll drink one for you. There you go. Cheers. Just it's only water. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Mine is mixed
Mary.
with
That's not a Bloody Mary over there.
with vodka. Yeah, this is a whole Bloody Mary.
Oh Lord have mercy. No, this is my house. This is my house, and this is our what we call our TV room. It's usually when the boys lived here, when our sons lived here, this was their domain. They lived down here.
Yeah,
and,
couldn't nobody come down there.
No, we all had the rest of the house, and this was with them. And they, of course, they like the I'll show it real quick. I'm giving little secrets away here. This is the door you come in. This is actually, it's interesting. This hutch actually on the bottom, those 4 drawers, 2 of those drawers, this one is a, got to get my finger moving, right? It's weird. This one is a cooling drawer, so it's like sodas and water, and then this one is a freezer with ice and so forth. And then up here you have on this side a microwave, and then over there you have a sink, so it's kind of hidden. And then as we go around the room, you see the sectional and then a very large TV, and then the door to go outside from this room. And so, no, this is my studio now that the boys converted us. So it went from a TV room to a studio.
Yes.
You like the way I said studio?
Studio.
Exactly. And now one of them's back home, so we still fight. Now we fight again over
the studio.
I'm like, it's like, Dad, you done? Dad, you going live today? Dad, you doing videos today? I'm like, no, you can go play.
Because that's his studio too now. So
that's his studio too. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mr. Bali. Mr. Bali. Absolutely. Super. No, we didn't design it. The house was a dream home for a woman who built it for herself and her family. And she lived here for about 4 years. And in 2011, we had a real estate crisis here in Arizona and most throughout the U.S. And she had to either walk away or lose it. And so she sold it, and we bought it from her. But it was a dream house, and she put so many really unique features in the house. She had such a beautiful eye. She was a decorator, and so that the house was just done so amazingly well. And these little features, like what I just showed you there, that was her. She did those. She put those features in this room, and so this could be like a quarters. This could be an entire apartment if we wanted to, which is kind of nice. And she put them throughout the house. So no, we were blessed. We were very blessed to have been given an opportunity to be stewards of this place for as long as we have, and it wears well. The house was built well, and it wears well, which is nice. So
yes, older houses are always built awesome.
Yeah.
You know, when you got these new houses, you're like, But in Florida,
you all have to build them well because of the hurricanes. Thank God.
Yeah. So, and they strict about new builds here.
Yeah.
Like very strict.
Yeah, and they should be.
Yeah, and now it's even more like when you build a house here, it's certain permits that you have to have. It's certain things that it's like those standards are super high now.
Mm-hmm.
So now you see a lot of apartment buildings going up around here because the housing market is, a little crazy. We got all these houses. Like I said, we still got them same houses on our street, and it's 6 of them. No, now it's 7 that's still for sale.
Wow.
The villas and the 1, 2, 3 on this side, and the rest is the villas. And then we have one just right across the street. And he was trying to do owner, but that didn't work. So now he's got a realtor, but he's asking way too much for a villa here.
Some people are just not realistic, even when it's like they live in pie in the sky dreams. It's like, hello, let's be realistic. If you're really going to sell something, you got to find that price.
Yeah. And you got to go with it and stick to it, because then when you have a bidding war, that's what you want. You want 2 or 3 people to be bidding on it well, but ain't nobody bidding down here like that no more.
That's not good.
No, honey. No. Okay, well, let's get into this reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's why I want to move to, Yeah, these apartment buildings are getting ridiculous. But if you look at people can't afford the house anymore because they want your blood type, they want your kidney, they want your left arm, they want your right pinky toe, they want all of this, they want your kids and just to buy a house out here. So it's a lot. It's a lot. If you're not already in the loop. If you're a new homeowner, you got a lot of stuff that they're gonna prove. And in these apartments, child, they be something. You ain't going, I can't have who, or you hear all this noise around you. And then if something goes down, like a fire or a leak, what happens? You know?
Yeah, especially over there. But the good, like again, good. The one really good part is is knowing that the the houses are built well enough to withstand these hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the new construction has to be that good.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It really does. It really does. Yeah. Especially around the beach area. Now, I felt like the beach area, they needed new buildings.
Uh-huh.
But it was a crazy way of getting it. But they really needed an update. Now you have like these new places coming in, and some of these places have been wiped out from Hurricane Ian.
Yeah.
And then we just had Milton come through this last one, and you still see the high piles of sand. So they pumping the sand from the ocean to make it look better, to get it better, but
so a lot of that washed out into the ocean. Is that what happened with the storm, or it just kind of?
Well, a lot of the sand went up to the people's houses, took over the houses and the roads and stuff.
Yeah.
So now when they came out and cleaned everything, this last one, they was trying to get it right back together before Milton came. Then when Milton came, it just made it even worse at the beach. So you just have these high piles of sand that they got to go through, clean it, go through it.
Yeah.
And put the sand back to where it belongs.
Yeah.
So when you're walking on the beach in Fort Myers, you see these big hose things. And then you hear this big loud noise and you see this boat way out there. It's pumping the sand.
From the ocean in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's
like deep, deep. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So pulling out like sludge and stuff to bring to fill, like a fill.
Mm-hmm. And then you see the trucks come in, get the sand, take it to this other place, and they go through the sand, take all the crap out the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see. But do you see why those houses cost, crazy millions of dollars, and your insurance is ridiculous too?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's also, different living.
Exactly. Sarah, I'll give you a peek. This is my oasis. This is my backyard. Miss Shawna knows this place. She's been here many times.
Many.
That's our backyard, and that's our swimming pool, and this is like our in-ground kitchen that's lined up with the pool and the benches you can swim up to, and then this is our kitchen. Our kitchen dining room area. Actually, our dining room is different. It's not dining room. It's like a breakfast room, but that's our kitchen and one of our living areas. Yeah. So this is I tell you, when I tell you she did this, she built this house. Look at all those amazing features that she built into this house. It is amazing. I mean, she really did a great job. So
it's like a museum.
Yeah.
That's why I say, it is a whole resort. Yeah. Now, in that back area where the pool is at, there is a Shawna VIP area that no one is allowed to sit at. Anytime we have a good day, I'm like, make sure that my area is straight.
Yeah, we cordon it off.
You
it's
see
a
where
VIP
those
space.
Yes, you see how it's them lounge chairs? Yeah, that's my area. Yep. Because I got to see everything. Got to see everything, and behind that is a whole mountain. So
yeah, exactly. Our house backs up to the mountain, so it's very very peaceful. Very peaceful.
Very peaceful. What? All the way peaceful.
So what do we have for Andrea?
One thing we haven't done is got on that grill yet. So
Yeah.
We haven't.
Yeah, it's home. So yeah, that's what. But we're in the lower level of the house here. This is our this leads out to the garage. So we're in the studio area here, and upstairs is the rest. So
So yeah, that house is inspiration for me, child, of my domain.
do we get much sun here? We are in Arizona, darling. We get tons of sun. We get more
lot
sun
of
than we
sun.
need. Yes, and the
A
summer and
lot
the
of
winter.
sun.
Yeah,
It's open.
it's all about the sun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Miss Shawna, what do you got for Andrea?
So Andre, sorry we was running off at the minute. Andre's like, damn, am I gonna get my reading? Y'all said y'all asked if I wanted something.
Exactly.
You got the King of Pentacles to start it off with. That's telling you right there that this is gonna be a great reading. But I also feel like if you haven't, you need to start getting discipline of you working on your goals, your accomplishment, things like that. Just staying focused. But it's also letting you know about your finances, about that money. And I also feel like there's a sense of loyalty here. But this material gain is heavy here. I feel like this is straight earth energy. So this is the obtaining things, physical things, material type of things, and staying with that. There's a gift. There's a gift. Are you going to answer to this calling? Are you going to answer to that gift that is, Spirit is trying to give you? I feel like it's also, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Because I feel like this new you is arising. I'm loving some of these readings today that new people are coming out of their shell, like you stepping out of your box and coming out of that comfort zone. Okay. Instead of doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's like, all right, let me change my mindset. Let me change the way how I'm processing, and let me get in forefront. Now, with this Emperor card, this is that energy of having the knowledge, and not being afraid to go forward, understanding this is what I want for myself, and I'm going to make it happen for myself. That is a person that's being in control, that's stepping into that authoritative type of role. Okay. You do have the Three of Cups here. This Three of Cups is energy of a celebration, but I also feel like new surrounding, new people to be around. It's like when you want to be around, or you want abundance in your life, you want to be around the people that's in it already. You want to talk to people that's in it already, that's doing the things that you want to be doing. It's being in that new sense of circles. Okay, if that makes sense. But it's also, maybe you will be in a new group of a celebration or a get together of some sort, and you're meeting new people while you in that, and networking. I also feel like this is a networking card, as I said that, because that popped out, is networking with the right people to help you become this King of Pentacles. Now, you do have the Nine of Swords, and it's not of swords, honey. Is you need to relax and get the right amount of rest, because I feel you have a lot of things that's on your mind when you're going to sleep, and when you're not resting that brain, you're not recharging that battery, you're not doing anything. I feel like messages are coming to you while you sleep, but you're just so, well, how am I gonna get this done? I need to take care of this. I need to do this. I need to go to sleep. That's what you need to do. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Do a great meditation. Do some yoga. Do some stretching. Take a great hot bath of some sort. Drink some tea. Find things to do and go to sleep. All right. So you can wake up in a different type of energy, because this is going to require you with doing mindful things. You do have the Three of Swords here. I feel with the Three of Swords, there is heartache. I feel like there's frustration. I feel like there is a sense of grief happening. Yeah, thank you. You have the Three of Wands, the Moon, and the Empress card here. It's like those are the things that's like, okay, in order for me to move forward, in order for me to pay attention to what I want for the future, I kind of got to go into this unknown state. I got to stay on this path, but I need to move differently. And then on top of that, with this Empress card here, is what do I want for myself? What do I want for my future? Or what is it that I truly desire? And am I ready to start something new? Am I ready to nurture those seeds that I've planted? Am I ready to do all these things? And this is saying you are. What are you waiting on? For someone to accept the way you want to move? No. You do have the Chariot. Guess who's bringing the balance in? You are. You're the one that's taking the advantage. You are taking the advantage of the opportunities that's being presented to you as well. Now, you have the Five of Cups here. Once again, don't be worrying about what's already done. It's time for you to leave that behind you and focus on the new. Focus on those gifts that's being presented to you. I also feel like this is your freedom. All right, it's time for you to leave all this behind and to let it go and go forward to something bigger and better. So I hope that resonates, or I hope that gives you clarity of how you need to move.
Let it go. Let it
yes. Let it go.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes. Shucks.
And this may be one of those times, you know?
There's a whole lot of one of them times.
Exactly. Let's see what else I have for Andrea.
Yes.
Andrea, are you she said, I lost my house and my daughter and I had to move in with her godparents in a room in their garage, but I applied for housing authority voucher and got approved. That's nice.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes.
It's interesting because I was picking up twin. So I'm wondering if twin is not the daughter relationship you have. Your daughter is like a sister to you. Because
like a twin flame.
Yeah, because I kept picking up twin and I'm thinking I was going to ask you about the twin situation. So I'm wondering if that's what this is the daughter is kind of like a sister to you because you got what you've gone through, which is nice. Not nice that you've gone through it, but it's nice that you have each other to go through this together with. I think that's interesting. It's interesting that the one thing I can advise you is that some of the hurdles are over, but there's more in front of you. So make sure that you are patient as you work through this and as you process through this. Again, it's not the end all be all cure all. Okay, there are still some things to come that you have to overcome, but know that the hard work, the carrying the water is behind you. Now you just have to lay the path, okay, and just continue to lay the path. And also don't allow yourself to go into a psychological drama that when you have a setback is awful. It's not, because again, a setback is just helping you to redirect. Okay, so make sure you keep that in mind. Okay, and know that as you push forward, as you move forward, that the pathway is going to continue to light up for you. I get the feeling you waited a long time for this. This wasn't an easy thing, and it put you through a lot. And at one point you felt like you were ready to give up, because it just doesn't. It's like nothing's happening for you. So the good part is, in doing that, you truly appreciate what you have now, which is wonderful. But again, know that it's one piece at a time, and so it's going to be a slow progress. All right. Let's see. What else am I picking up here? Tell your daughter no pets. Tell your daughter no pets because I'm picking up pets, and they add to the complication. So tell her sorry, not right now, no pets. Why that would come up, I don't know. Did she talk to you about maybe getting a pet eventually? If it's again, it's don't go there. Don't go there.
Mhm.
It's not a good time. And even after you get settled in, not for a while. This just isn't the right time.
Mhm.
So
I also feel like when it comes to you making a decision, I feel like there's going to be two options for you. When you make, you're gonna make the right decision. Okay, because it's gonna be like lit up. It's gonna be the one that is like, wait a minute, this is unbelievable. It's all about everything is in the right timing. Okay, everything is in the right timing. Lost fur baby. Oh, he was 16. That's why the pet
it's
came.
not the right. That's why it's not the right time because it's like, yeah, because you just lost that. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes really good sense. Yeah, and they are a member of the family. They are fur babies. They really.
Oh yeah. So it's not. I got everything's happening. It will happen.
Yeah.
I also feel like because you're there, there's a lot of it's like a lot of, find your peace. Don't allow it to what you say, don't allow that mess to take over. Just find your peace, okay?
Exactly.
And stay focused on what it is, what's happening.
Yeah, and these are
what you got going on.
And this is that again, this is the card that came out when it talks about this is ask questions because the two choices that Shawna was talking about, ask the questions about them. Make sure that you understand which one really does serve you better. So make sure you're asking the right questions, okay?
Yeah.
Know that the stars have aligned with you. Again, this is your star card, your alignment with you, and it's taken a long time to get here, but you are. And then look at this. That's a success moving forward. So again, that's a cherry card. So again, the cards, and these are the major arcanas, and so this is the energy lasting you're moving into, and it's lasting you for a while. Okay, so
look at that King of Pentacles is coming out again. Just stay disciplined.
Yep.
Materials things are happening for you because you are the one that's making it happen.
Yep.
The universe hears you, and this is a new journey. This is you starting over. Yep. So this is all good.
Absolutely.
I just think you came here today to hear confirmation or to want to know what is going on, if things is working out for you. It is. You came a long way, and still.
And I love that full card. Of all the full cards, of all the decks, to me that full card is so energetic. It's so and that's why I love this deck. I love that deck you have is my deck is upstairs. That deck is upstairs, but
look how the fool don't give a daggone what is happening around them. Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm being true to myself and I'm trusting spirit. I'm trusting this process. Now, if you want to look at it differently, it's like the dog is trying to tell him, hey, do you know you're about to fall off this cliff? Do you know that you just in midair? But that fool is so engulfed in all the potential, all of the capability, all the impossible.
Yeah.
That.
And it's interesting. Put your card back up one more time, the full card. And then look at this deck's full card. Believe it or not,
oh wow!
These decks are by the same artist. This is Ciro Berticelli, something like that. Ciro Anadrelli.
Marticelli.
There you go. Yeah, and so believe it or not, this is the same artist. But look at the feel for the one versus the other. And the energy in this deck that I have is very different than the energy in that deck. And Shawna has, to me, the killer deck. I love that deck. I usually have it, but I took it with me to New Orleans, and it is in my briefcase and has not made its way back down to my desk yet. But that is, and Sean will tell you that's my go-to deck, and I love that deck.
Yes.
This is a good deck.
Ooh.
Don't get me wrong, but the energies here are darker, and I call this. This is my deck for my Calcia Trent deck. It's like it's the person who this one wants to fight with you. This deck is more of a kind of I'll be contrary. I'll be the contrarian. So I use this for confirmation on some things, and I like it for confirmation. I don't like this deck to read with necessarily all the time. And so when I pick it up, I have to be in. If I felt like if I felt this deck was not going to work with me, it would have not been used. But that I had cleared the energy out of this deck and it was ready to be used, which is nice. But I'm telling you, it's interesting when we read with decks. And again, to be honest with you, with most people, you need to know this is that the decks are a tool, but they're not doing the work. The work is done by spirit sending us messages through the decks. And so the decks are kind of a tool, or for some people, they need to see the decks because they're like, oh, then I can believe it because I can't believe a psychic can pick something up. Well, guess what? We do pick something up and it comes through the cards, but it's still picking it up. And it's interesting. I've done readings, and I read on live one time. I did a great reading for somebody, a psychic read from their spirit guide. And they said, so now tell me what the card says. I'm like, I just gave you an amazing read from your spirit guide, directly from your higher powers. And then you want to ask me about what the card would say? Have you lost it in your mind?
Yes. Another thing I just realized with this Fool here is this butterfly.
Yes.
That's the transformation. Look how big and open this butterfly is. It's like, that's what you're going through, Andrea.
And you see at the bottom, the scepter is at the feet.
Oh yeah.
Notice that? Instead of, it's like the scepter has been like I'm passing the scepter. I'm not carrying that authority, that power, that whatever. And so I like the fact that the scepter is, because remember your king of
Pentacles.
Pentacles has that scepter. You see it? And the Fool is like, I'm dropping the scepter. I am dropping what the authority was. I'm now creating my own space. And so he's throwing down the gauntlet. He's like, I'm done with this. And the other, most decks, even the tarot deck, the Rider-Waite does not have that symbolism. And I don't know if he meant to do it, but I guarantee he did, because this artist is very intentional.
Yes, very.
I love that
and it's also stating things are aligning, because you did get the star card, right? Yeah. So it's a whole lot of going in. Now, if y'all don't know how to tap into your gifts or how to use them, there is a great class, and it's free $99 on Tuesdays. And all you got to do is sign up, or you could read this book, is Love Your Spiritual Gifts. But I was talking about the class too.
And if you send me an email to this address, I will send you a link to that Zoom class. It starts at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, so you can figure out from there what the other parts are. But and again, it's where you come and you practice and you spend time with everybody else who is always metaphysical as well, and we practice and we grow and we learn. We ask questions and we build our skill sets, and everybody is welcome, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Like Miss Shawna said, it is a free class, and that's very hard to find on the internet. 2 hours,
and it's judgment free.
Judgment free.
It don't matter what level you are at. Okay.
All are
if
welcome.
There's a such thing as level, beginner, whatever.
Yep.
So
and Miss
great
Susan
meditation. Yes.
Oh yeah,
and the book. Yes.
And then Miss Susan wrote this book, and this book talks about how you can tap into various gifts, your spiritual gifts, and she talks about all the different kind of gifts. She talks about defining rod. She talks about pendulum. She talks about tarot cards, and so it's great. So but everybody's welcome to join us. Email me at this address, and I'll send you a link. And then every Tuesday, if you want to come that Tuesday, you come. If you don't, you don't. It's no biggie. Yeah. We have people who don't always make it every weekend. You don't have to. But the good part is, you have a community that's there, ready to support you, ready to help you grow, and to get knowledge. So there you go.
Yeah, and it's great practice too.
It is, and fun
great
people.
Practice.
You're not.
The people are great.
Yeah,
People are great.
you're not going to meet a different. You're not going to. It's interesting. You're not going to meet another group of people who really you can say the craziest thing and they're not going to react. They're just going
No.
to say, "Oh, that's interesting," or they'll say, "You know, I've experienced that myself," and you're thinking,
Yeah.
"Man, I thought I was the only one in the world." No, not really.
No.
A lot of other
I mean,
people.
look at the experience I just had this morning. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if it's crazy to everybody else. This is what I experienced.
That's
This
right.
is what I saw. And this is what I felt. You know, shoot, a lot of times you can see activity coming behind me or beside me.
Exactly. Yeah. Before we came on live today, it's funny because we're sitting here talking, and all of a sudden, boom! I'm here, and there's like, what the hell is this? And something going on. I don't even know what happened. Have no idea. There's a spirit here, and it happens to us all. And if we were not spiritually minded, we think, oh, that was just whatever. There's nothing over there. How could it be whatever? But that's how our minds work. We excuse it. We poo-poo it because we don't want to go to the next step.
That far. But
Exactly.
this is what we were told not to embrace
Yep.
for so long. So guess what? We coming out of that. Like it or not, we coming out of it. And you either with it, see? See? You either with it or you ain't with it. But regardless, it's happening.
Yep. And often if you are connected to your spirit guides and you have that relationship, they can help you in so many more ways when you're not fighting them. Because often we kind of pit ourselves against our own spirit guides. They're trying to help us.
They are.
And we tend to, put our head in the sand or we fight it. And as Valerie Burton knows, she says it better than anybody else I can say.
Everybody.
So when I started on this healing journey, about 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass.
Damn. Boom. I need to get those. Darn glasses.
Yes.
I do. I need to get them so I can see.
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, folks, it's a great class. Everybody's welcome. And again, anytime you want to come in, you come in. You don't want to come in, you don't come in. But keep that link so you always have it available to you. Miss Shawna, before we head out of here, anything exciting happening this weekend?
What is this weekend? No. It's always something exciting happening in Florida, but we got this nice cold front going on.
I heard the Arctic blast thing. Is that what that is?
Yeah, or whatever. And then it was raining like crazy yesterday with the wind going with it. See, Spirit didn't. It's messing with me over here. It's like grabbing my arm and then hitting my knee. But no, not really. Do some content, get that up. Get little Kenny out the house so he can breathe like he got some sense, Next week it's next week. Next week we having a block party here. And then on Saturday they doing a murder mystery in our clubhouse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, whole dinner. They was like, "You coming? You coming?" I was like, "This is a Saturday, child. I don't know about that. This is Saturday." But Sunday we having a block party, so all the neighbors are getting together. I had to fill out what I was going to be making, and of course, they requested me to make what I'm like, dang, I can make something else, y'all. I really can. really, really can. But these folks ain't never had mine, and Kenny, gave it good raving. So I'm gonna make that. I'm pretty sure this time I'm gonna cut half of it for me, because I don't get none. None. So that's and that's really it. I mean, oh yeah, I wanted to tell you in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's happening on the 20th of March or whatever. They are having it's called Tarot Lounge. So they having these people that's doing readings that is going with cocktails. They putting cocktails with it. So a particular glass you get or cocktail you get comes with a particular reading.
Oh, wow, cool.
That is so different.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm
And so
trying to
a
convince.
specific bar or something, or
Well, I think it's inside like a hotel, and they turned the lounge into. I think this is going to be a theme night because you got to buy tickets.
yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That is cool, right? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince this one, like, don't you want to take a ride? But he can't. He doesn't like Miami, so
Yeah.
you know, I can see why I don't like Miami. It's a lot of energy, and it drains me every time when we go.
Yeah.
When we were there for Hurricane Ian, the first couple days it was cool, and then after that I felt drained, and I'm like, this is too much,
Yeah. And it
too
takes
much.
traffic to a different level too, because
But the energy
yeah.
together, it
Yeah.
was draining. I felt tired. I felt sleepy. I felt like, can we go somewhere else? And then we went to Coral Gables. Oh, I perked up. I perked up very quickly because the energy is different there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it reminds you kind of like Scottsdale, but totally different, or Old Town, but totally different. Way bougier, but for no reason, but totally different. You know, the food was healthier. Everything was just better. And it was just much calmer energy wise.
Yeah.
So when it comes to cities like that, I'm like, what in the world? Like I caught on to people being taken advantage of, all of this, and I'm super sensitive, so
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't tell if I want to fight or pray for you, lay hands on you, drown you. It was too much. And then everybody's like, don't want you come to New York. I'm like, if this is what this feels like, I don't want to do that. Nope.
Oh yeah.
You better
New York
put me
is
in a section.
overwhelming.
Yeah, you better put me in a section, and that's the only section I should be in. Because if we coming out of that, nope.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything y'all doing?
I did get a notice that there is, what was it that's coming up this weekend? There's 3 different things that are coming this weekend for in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can get to it here, let's see. The Witchcrafters Market is coming to Glendale. Love that market. It's such a fun market.
Yeah.
And then the Melrose Market, which is a vintage market.
Mm-hmm.
And then Navajo Rug and Jewelry Market. And because we have the Navajos right north here. And
right,
so
right.
When you get Navajo here, you get real Navajo.
The real stuff.
Yeah.
Now, is it like that place that you went to in Houston where you got me this? Will they have stuff like this? Oh.
No, I don't know if they'll have that. The Witchcrafters Market, I'm not sure if any of the vendors will have that or not.
Yeah. Like this one is so big and perfect. It is off the chain. And then you said that place is not there no more.
That place is not there anymore. No, it's moved off of Montrose, which is kind of a bummer, you know. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, I kind of want to go back to the farmers market that we have here because there was a couple of vendors I was checking out, and it was just so busy. And I'm like, I like that dress over there. I'm like, let me just remember that one, okay. And then they have honey. I want to get some more honey. They have local honey.
I love local honey. I like when you can actually. It's interesting because people, when you taste certain honeys, they're done in like when they're the food source for the bees. Okay, and so when you taste the bee honey from certain areas and they pollinate through something here versus something there, you can actually taste the difference. It's like, wow.
You can.
From
Arizona. So our friend has in North Carolina a bee farm. So he has sent us honey. It's totally different from Arizona honey to Florida honey.
Yeah.
So North Carolina's honey is a little darker and richer, but smoother.
Yeah.
Arizona honey is a little thicker, golden. Here is golden, and it's just gold, child. It's just like that. It's gold, and it's so good. It's just so good.
They're swimming it.
Yes, we like, girl. It's in most of my products. That's how good that honey is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's nice. That's natural.
What?
Right
I
there.
told you I am bougie on a budget. Bougie and chic. Well, bougie and country. We're gonna go with that one. But yeah.
Well, and then I will say good night to everybody. Yeah, good night, good morning,
night.
afternoon, whatever it is, because like it's almost night over there. You're at what, 2:30 or something, or 3:00?
2:51.
Yeah, it's almost time for the blue light special, blue pay special for the the seniors.
It's a happy hour is about to start. That's what time it is.
Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you all for coming in. When you guys come in, you bring your energy, and that's what helps us do what we do. And
Yes.
we love it very much. So don't forget, reach out to Miss Shawna over here at Divine Goddess Power 888 and her link tree. And then also reach out to me if you want to do the class here. Come on, join us. Again, it's free. Just send me a message and I can send you the link.
Yeah.
And more importantly, when you go leave here and you get off of here today, make sure that you remember this is the first day of the rest of your life. They don't make them. They're making days, but you're not guaranteed those days. So make sure that you make the most of this one, because you don't know if tomorrow is going to bring you a day or a visit, a day, visit, So it's like we don't want the visit, okay?
Yes.
we want to make sure that it's a great day. So have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. And let me see if I can get us out of here. We're gonna go out of here with the same intro we used to get in here. Here we go.
Okay.